Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Let's Get Into It. How you doing today, Mace?
I'm doing okay. And yourself? How you doing? See the
I'm doing
beard
pretty
looking all
good.
good.
I want to start off with some positivity. I just want to thank you for always being such a good support system, throughout this whole YouTube thing. We started in February. We still keeping it going. So I just want to say thank you for being such a great support system during this time.
Thank you. And the same goes for you.
Very easy to work with.
We help each other.
We help each other.
That's right, because we see each other. Hey, who's out here? We got Cleopatra. Hey, Cleopatra.
Shout out to Kimmy for being on time.
Yes, and Jay Rucker was here.
And Jay
Sparrow. Ray Bay.
Ray all day is here. Cleo and Cheryl, thank y'all for joining us. This is our first episode of reviewing Married to Medicine.
How did you like it?
I like the episode. I like Married to Medicine in general. I think the ladies are more authentic than a lot of the other shows simply because they know each other. They've been knowing each other for years. They come across as authentic to me. So I've always liked it, and it's also very shady. It's one of the shadiest shows on Bravo.
Very, very.
So let's start off. Let's get into it with the first scene, which made me kind of happy, was seeing Simone and Jackie in the car together talking, back friends.
Yes.
It was good to see that they was able to put all that stuff behind them because, with Simone, you never know what way she going to go. Is she going to be petty? Or Jackie, too. Jackie can be petty, too.
Yeah, Jackie, yeah. So, I like Simone confessional look. I think she looks very pretty with that ponytail.
I think both of them look pretty. It was good to see them back to where it seemed. Y'all saying it was fake already?
Oh, you like it's fake and it's phony? Who's that?
I don't think it was fake. I just think that maybe, like Simone said, Jackie had to get rid of that pride a little bit, and Simone had to get a little bit of that pettiness because whatever reason that thing with Buffy derailed them.
Yeah, but I think it was more so. It was already brewing when Heavenly and Dr. Jackie became tight. When they became tight, Simone saw them hanging out, and Simone saw like she's taking my place. Like she's basically replacing me. And I think Simone got a little jealous, and with the culmination with the Buffy thing, just sent it, to its head, and it was over.
If we're gonna dip back, I don't think Simone was jealous of Heavenly. I think Simone didn't like a lot of things Heavenly said, and Jackie co-signs a lot for Jackie.
I don't think jealous of Heavenly, but I think she was jealous of the relationship that Heavenly, and she was jealous of that relationship because it was like, wow, now all of a sudden y'all going to church, y'all hanging out. And
all three of them was cool together. You remember when they went to Miami?
But it's cool when all three, you know what? Because I have a friend that's like that actually. It's cool when we could all hang out, but if somebody hangs out with one person without the other, and then they see, and you start getting the phone calls, oh, I saw y'all was together. So what y'all did? What y'all talked about? Because automatically you think you're talking about that third party. When that other automatically, like the person just naturally assumes like what is the common denominator between these two? Me. So
but I mean that's insecurity though. Like are they really your friends? Do you really trust them when you're not around? Like
right, because I don't know who you hang with. Like hang out with whoever you want to hang with. Like if you're my friend, you're my friend. That's it.
If I can't trust you not to talk about me behind my back when we not friends. I believe Jackie is a Leo like me, so I know she is probably. Is she a Leo?
That would
explain a lot. That would explain a lot.
That would. Jackie.
Because I want to know now. Now that we bringing astrology into it, I do want to know.
She could be. Let me check.
Yeah, while you checking on that, I want to bring up another thing that I like that Dr. Jackie does. She's also very smart and business minded. She always, every season, comes up with a new, not a new program, but something new to offer her patients. She had the fitness thing. Then she had
yes, Dr. Jackie is a Leo, July 27th.
She's a Leo, so that makes a lot of sense. She has a lot of pride. So
it makes a lot of sense. And she likes to dress. She likes Leo's love to dress, boy.
Leos like being center of attention. They don't like being wrong. They take a lot of pride in their home. They take a lot of pride in themselves. And Simone is a Pisces. We're not gonna back down, especially if we feel strongly about something. We're gonna hold on till we can't hold on no more. So I understand both sides.
Mm-hmm. My Aunt Robin's a Leo.
So that's that pride. And Dr. Jackie had to get over that pride because when the whole Buffy thing happened and she basically told everybody that Buffy was infertile, it was hard for Jackie to admit that she was wrong, even though she was dead wrong in that situation. So I think once she admitted that she can accept everything else.
And I think with her and Simone a lot, the ball was always like in Simone's court. I think the ball was in Simone's court for Simone to like forgive and to let go. Because at the end, I think Jackie was more of like, oh, look, I'm sorry, whatever. It's up to you. Like, what do you want to do?
Jackie wasn't sorry. She was just saying whatever. And Pisces know when you're something just to say it. So if you don't mean it, then we're not going to accept it if you really don't mean it.
That's like I will not like I do not say sorry just to say sorry. Never. Like I'm like
Geminis do that. They be like, "Oh, I'm sorry." And
I don't say I'm sorry. If I'm not sorry, that's one thing I don't do. Like if I'm not sorry, I will not tell you I'm sorry. I will not. I'm like a dog with a bone. Like that. I will not say I'm sorry if I'm not sorry. Because my sorries are very sincere. If I say sorry to you, I feel I did something wrong. But if I feel I didn't do something wrong, I'll be like, no.
But what I'm thinking by me just psychoanalyzing the whole thing, I think that Dr. Simone could sense the fact that Jackie wasn't being genuine and she was still hanging around Dr. Heavily. So, and are you going to get the O shot? Because Dr. Jackie's giving out the O shot now.
Dr. Jackie was sitting on
something new. She always that's what I'm saying.
She be coming up with something, but she's sitting there a waterfall. She out there she's sitting on the couch like she's tiny. Like she Curtis like her name was Poland Spring. And talking about, ooh girl, like Dr. Jackie, you
Jackie is an undercover freak because she always talk about some.
I think she's not. I think she's always alluding to like, and that's why Curtis was out there down to the thing cheating because Jackie is stiff as a cardboard and she is dry as sand. Talk about like she's sitting like she's sitting on Niagara Falls, like ooh the O shot, girl. Like Jackie, sit down.
I want to ask the chat: do y'all think she's undercover freak? Because I kind of think she undercover.
Nope.
Because she always talk about some freak stuff. It's like, especially with the Atlanta shows, I know we dipping and dabbing, but I'm sick of all this. Every time we have a party, it's got to be a sex party. It's got to be dildos and penises everywhere and vagina hairs. You saying nope about what? Nope. You don't think she's a freak?
Nope.
What Curtis was cheating at the hotel, so
Jackie she probably giving it up now, like a little bit more now because she probably maybe she don't want him to cheat, again. But Jackie, you are not sitting on Niagara Falls, and that old shot is not working like that. So sat down.
Yeah, Jackie probably went to some of them parties with Curtis. The spices, some of Candy's party that she liked to throw with Tia and Tiny when they had their orgy parties.
I can see Curtis now just coercing her to, come on, let's go. Just, we're gonna watch. Meanwhile his hand.
But Curtis looked like a giant though. He looks like a huge giant. Like he looked bigger than everybody.
He's a tall man. What's he's a basketball
tall and big.
Because she's so petite, like under him and stuff. And I think Curtis want a little booty. Curtis want a little yang, yang, yang. Back that thing up. And Jackie, she eating celery, sticks and carrots and,
Yeah, she real fit and real frail.
I'm gonna need her to drop that carrot and pick up a whole turkey leg.
But she's not gonna eat the turkey leg. She's gonna cut it up and she's gonna eat part of it.
You better eat it because that's what I bet you that delicious that Curtis was cheating with probably with a little thick mama who had something jiggling.
I remember the picture of him in the hotel, but I can't remember what the woman looked like. But I do remember they had a picture of Curtis like at the bar, and the woman was like touching him. Like clearly they was on a date, you know. But I can't remember what she looked like. So moving on from that, we go to Heavenly House, and Alora has grown up. She is really turned into a beautiful young lady.
Yes, she is so beautiful.
She looks so pretty, and I guess she's running the beauty supply store that's out here in Conyers. I think they live out that way. It's like an hour and a half, like east of the city. So I think they live out that way, and I do know that their beauty supply store is doing well over there. So shout out to them.
Yeah, she said she runs the social media and she works there, but now that she's in school, you know, she's going to be working on the weekends.
Well, that's good for her that she has a little business that she can major in business and come back and start running the business. So,
yeah, she was always a smart girl because she knew how to get her mama together.
She definitely do, and she was so pretty.
Yes,
she was to help her mama with the styling. I know she do try to help her a little bit, but
Heavenly, we can't even hope. Heavenly done stepped up her game a little bit. Heavenly Wigs is looking better, you know, and I think she really took the point that she owns a beauty supply store. Her wigs got to be on point because I don't even want to walk in your beauty supply store and your wig leaning.
It's funny to me how much she made fun of Mariah, but then tried to copy her image. That's what it seemed like to me.
But usually that's what people do.
It's like you looking like Mariah from far off. Like even the promo pic was looking like Mariah a little bit to me.
Usually people do. The people that make fun of and always bringing up of, they want it. Mm-hmm. They want it. They just don't know how to go because they think they're going to be like, just like, you know, I love me some Kaya, but girl, Kaya used to be the first one talking about people wigs, girls out here looking like ants, and now she's slapping a wig on them dreads every chance she get. She sitting up a wide wig on all them dreads, and
I think I know which one you're talking about. You talking about the one when she was at the
getting the BBLs.
You talking about the one when she was at the barn?
Yeah, but it's all of them because she.
I think she needs a stylist. I think she needs somebody to really.
But the wigs don't look half bad, but I just know they sitting high because she got all them dreads underneath. But she was the first one calling out people talking about all them wigs, them heavy wigs, girl. But you sitting out here down to the lakes, barns, and everything else.
Y'all gonna leave her alone.
No, but I love me some Kaya. I love me some Kaya. But like I said, she was the first one that used to be reading the girls down for their wigs and for their shapes and how they be. But you laid out on a table to Dr. Miami.
She got hers.
And sitting with that wig on your head with all them dreads underneath, you sweating.
We just gonna move forward. I'm just, you know, that's one of my favorites. So we just gonna have.
Yeah, but she wanted a wig. You know, every time she brought up was talking about people wig, she was secretly wanting one. Like, damn, I wish I could fit one. When she found them wide wigs to fit over them dreads, it was on.
Back to Heavenly Wig. I do feel like Heavenly has stepped up. She did lose more weight. She probably got the lipo or the lap band or something like that. She did lose some weight.
But didn't you say she had it before? She had a lap band or something. That's how she initially lost the weight.
She had something because she was too big to be on season 1. What they're saying is she was supposed to be on season 1, but she was too big.
Probably so, because when they showed those older pictures, she didn't fit. Like, you know, she'd have been hanging off the line. Like, yeah, she didn't fit the look of the.
She didn't fit the aesthetic of what Bravo was looking for at that time, and it was actually Mariah who pushed for Heavenly to be on the show.
Mm-hmm.
That's the funniest thing.
And look, she pushed for her to be pushed out.
Yeah. So once again, we need to find out what Dr. Heavenly's son is because she don't never know what she did. She don't know how she treating people. She don't know why people are mad. She's confused. It's everybody else except for Heavenly. I know Heavenly is your fave, but I think she's gonna get it this season because she's the reoccurring issue. It's like every season we're starting off with somebody beefing with Heavenly because last year it was Simone beefing with Heavenly.
They just can't take her. They don't know how to handle Heavenly. They just don't know how to handle Heavenly. You know, she has to be handled.
I don't think Heavenly knows how to be a friend though, like for real. And let's keep it 100. She don't know how to be a real friend.
I think you know what I think that Contessa. I think old Contessa is just upset at the truth because Heavenly didn't. I didn't see her say anything on her YouTube that she didn't say to her. Like basically, he's emotionally abusing you, girl, and you know he was. Like that man, you was army, Cortez. I thought you was army. I thought you was strong. Like you was making. He was sitting there making you look like a fool, and Contessa is my Gemini sister, and for her to be so weak like that, and then to like,
I don't think she's weak. I think she fed up. Like, what kind of friend talks about their other friends on YouTube? Like, I stopped watching Heavenly's YouTube because she was just talking about people all the time. They were just getting old.
Yeah, she was talking, but the YouTube show was about the show. Like she had the show, and it was about the show. So people would call in or write in and ask her questions. Someone asked her, "Do you think that Contessa husband is abusive?" So she said, "Well, mentally," and she didn't say that. Oh, he's beating her or something like that. He was mentally abusing you when he's telling you that he had a whole psychiatrist or therapist for how many months and you knew nothing about it. And then he said, well, I don't pay her such and such and such. Do you know that would make a wife feel? That's mental abuse. That's a form of mental abuse. He was
gaslighting. He was gaslighting.
Yeah, but that's mental abuse. When people make you feel crazy or make you feel, and constantly every day you're looking at this person knowing something. They're telling you like, look, I know you have on a red shirt. And they're like, no, it's black. And walking away like you like, wait, I know it's red. Like,
hey, Ranty. But this goes back to what we were saying. I think I was saying this last week or the week before of how you can be friends with somebody and they're in a relationship and they're telling you all the negative things that the other person is doing and getting you hyped up. And when that person come around, you always feeling a type of way. And then they get back with the person. So now they're together. And then now you have all this stuff in your head that they done told you. I feel like maybe Dr. Contessa told too much of her business.
She showed too much of her business
on her. So.
Yeah, but I said she showed too much. Your husband blatantly did what he did, and we like I don't know how they could manipulate the tapes, but he did what he did to you. And even with you going to college, like when she was going out to become the Surgeon General, like the way he treated you, and even with the McDonald's, you came back from a long trip, like with the kids, and you brought all the kids McDonald's. You didn't bring McDonald's for one kid. Now you're like.
Well, they are her kids.
No, I'm saying, yeah, so but we're not sure. You know what I'm saying? We wasn't there when them kids was born. You know what I'm saying? But you brought McDonald's for all the kids. And he's sitting there making a big fuss about the I cooked and you bring them. Like this lady just came from out of town. You know, you want to bring your kids something because you haven't seen them. So you basically want to gas them. You know, like, I've been away, but I got McDonald's. You know what I'm saying? That's what she wanted to do. And for you to come on now, she showed too much.
But I don't like McDonald's. Don't bring me no McDonald's. I don't like McDonald's.
But they do. But don't show me. She showed her business. Her husband showed his hand. He shows who he was.
Both of them showed their hands, and they made their marriage the focal point last season. And now since y'all made up a little bit, and I'm gonna say a little bit because that's what it looked like.
Right, because up to her, because she said just in case. Because that's she a Gemini. Because I'm telling you, we do that. We be making plans. We make plans to break up a year before. Like
that's what it sounded like. She was making plans. Like she have a secret bank account, and she just,
We do because when we talk a lot of shit. Because we talk shit. And that's when we talking. Don't worry about us talking. Worry about us when we're quiet. Because when we quiet, we moving in silence. Because trust me, I will sit there. I will move out on you in a minute. And you turn around, I'll be gone.
Ranton says, this is why I stay out of domestic disputes between couples because it'll end, I'll end up being the bad guy in the end. That's how it always happens.
Yeah.
And I call myself, it happened to me, like, I call myself giving advice, hey, maybe you should do this.
Mm-hmm.
And then I had the other person coming up, knocking on my door. You told them to break up with me. And I'm like, I didn't tell nobody to break up with you. I told them to do what was best for them.
Yeah, oh my God, you just put you in this. I've been in that situation too. That's why I learned to just mind my business. I nod and agree.
But I'm an advice giver, so if you give me the opportunity, I would be like, well, maybe you should do this or maybe you should do that. But you know,
yeah, because I have to always start off what I would do. What I would do. If it was me, because I learned my
I'm not
lesson with
telling you
that.
to do something. Like, you're grown, you can do whatever you want to do.
Right. I had my friend's boyfriend side eyeing me for 3 to 5 months. Like
until we wasn't friends no more because of the whole thing. And then
because it becomes the animosity when they go to hang out with you. They like, why are you hanging out with them? They try to break us up. You know what I'm saying? Like
they jealous, so they jealous. That whole thing. So I get it.
Yes, I learned. When you love them, I love them. When you hate them, I be like, girl, what you want to do?
I'm not that fake though. Like, once you got me stirred up, maybe I think that was a lesson I had to learn. Maybe I just had to, in the future, just stay out of it. Like, if you're telling me stuff, maybe I should just say, okay. Maybe I should try to get my.
I think Heavenly was answering questions, and she didn't like the way she answered them. She answered them as truthfully as she could. They asked, was the man abusive? She said, I think
too. That wasn't the only thing that Heavenly said. Heavenly be on there for like 2 or 3 hours talking crap about
says little shady things or whatever like that, but they shouldn't even take her seriously. Like, who gonna take her seriously? That's why. But
then again, you can't say stuff like that and then after that ask me, do I want to go to lunch or do you want to go shopping? No, I don't. I feel like
that's true.
And Heavenly, they were tight last season. They was really tight. So you're supposed to protect your friends from other people, at least.
Right. Like, and you know what it is too with Contessa? Like, a lot of times she probably feel betrayed. Because like sometimes if we let people in, because we don't let a lot of people in, like, so if I let you in and I tell you something, that's thing, and she probably knew a lot of the real ins and out of their marriage, and for her to even say that just confirmed for everybody. And Contessa probably looking at her like, you bitch, you know what I'm saying? Like,
and Heavily a Scorpio, and Scorpios like to make it seem like you crazy, like they like to gaslight, manipulate, and make it seem like you the one crazy. But Heavily does talk a lot of crap about people. She does, and she walks around acting like she got the best marriage on earth. Dr. Damon look like he don't have one to be there half the time.
I think he's just a good man because she's crazier than a bad bug. I tell you, him, Doug Christie, it's a special place for men's like them that just could deal with the craziness. It's a special place.
I think everybody has an outlet, and I think all of them have an outlet. I'm just gonna say that. I think
outlet or inlet.
It depends on what you into, but
inlet.
Whatever you into. But I think that Doug Christie has an outlet, and I think that Dr. Damon has an outlet. Mariah did say she had receipts, but she never showed them.
Yeah, because she strutted across with that leather outfit. Do you want the receipts? Yes, I do. I want them.
Renton says, I will till they break up, wait a few months, and see if they get back together. If they don't, I'm sharing all thoughts and feelings about the person. Me, I'm the type of person, I say what I feel at the moment, and that's what maybe turns people off a little bit. But I feel like you should stay true to yourself. I'm not gonna say nothing if I don't feel it.
Right, but and don't ask. Like, people need to just realize, like, because at the end of the day, you know your heart and you know what you want. Like, don't ask. Like,
don't ask me what my opinion and they get mad at me for saying what I said.
Yeah, just don't ask.
Don't ask. Cheryl says, that's why I don't have too many female friends and I keep my relationship health and financial to myself. As you should. But you should always have that one person that you can tell. You got to vent to somebody. Everybody has to vent to somebody. I haven't watched, but I'm here for the like and the view. I appreciate it.
Thank you, twin.
So thanks, Princess, for coming through. It's a good show. I think you might want to get it. So I took a picture of Contessa's bang that she had in the confessional. I don't think I uploaded it yet. But what did you think? And you know which bang I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Contessa really do be trying it though with the fashions. Like
she's exploring her newfound, fashion, inner fashionista. It's not working yet, but hopefully soon she will polish it and she will get it together.
even with the when she we're jumping ahead for this little moment, but when she went to the party at the end, she had an Egyptian costume on. You go into an Indian party with an Egyptian costume. It was weird.
But yeah, because she went down to the Party City and got that.
It looked like Party City. Cleopatra.
Yeah, it was just giving Party City, and the other girls was giving, extravaganza.
They wasn't doing all of that.
It was nice.
What else do I want to say?
I need to become Indian for a minute. They had the cow come up through the house.
We gonna get into that. that was crazy. That was something. So Contessa is trying to be a personal trainer.
No, she is trying to become a fitness model.
A fitness model. I'm sorry. A fitness model. And she has the personal trainer over there to help her get in shape. And she's wearing this bikini and whatnot.
What was that she had on? Because that was like a little nude, like a nude bikini spandex outfit.
I think it was like a fitness outfit that they wear for competitions.
It's because like you needed to see her in heels. Yeah, I hope she just don't, I hope, don't hit the upper arms too much, because when you start to bloat up here, then you're like, she don't want that.
I feel like good for her for trying something different, but also I feel like a lot of times women lose their femininity when they get.
That's why I was telling her, slow down on the weights, like the upper body, slow down on that.
Especially with your husband not being as bulky, like you're gonna be.
That's what I'm saying. Like he be because I really think Contessa could kick his ass. I think
she could. I think she could if she wanted to. Like seriously, I think she could if she wanted to, because she just got it in her. I don't think he's military like she is.
No, and she looks like she could take him or give him a little run for his money.
Renta says Contessa brought the thoughts and the people inside and outside, looking in and around, sharing way too much. She basically brought people in, like I was saying, like that friend that always a relationship, but then get mad when people talking about them. Why you got my name in your mouth? But you made yourself.
She's like that Facebook friend now. So always putting their relationship status on Facebook and all their damn business.
Whatever they went through.
Oh my God, this is what you reading, like,
So I was able to pull up the bang-aid because I had to stop watching the show just to get a good look. And I'm I can't really show too much video on here, but I did just want to show this. What did you think about that?
I don't know if she was going for a look, but she's definitely giving 1980s Barbie. That because she reminds me of one of my Barbie dolls I had. That it had the bang and it had a ponytail like that, and the dingling earrings, the makeup. I think they just clipped that bang off on.
You trying to make excuses?
I think they clipped. They just clipped it on, but they need to clip it off. It needs to, just unclip that.
It looks like a lot. It looked like
it's very heavy. Like I said, it's giving 1980s. Heavy. Like it looks very heavy. It's giving 80s, like with the bang and the ponytail, and like she about to walk in the pageant. She's looking like, remember when Tyra Banks played that doll in that movie?
Yeah, I remember
Life
that
Size.
movie.
I think it's called Life Size.
Yeah, it was Life Size.
A rendition of Life Size.
Renta says, I hated that hairstyle. It's a lot of hair, definitely giving 1980s Degrassi junior high. It was a lot.
Yeah.
Charade, yeah. It was a little bit of a charade type of thing.
Yeah, but at least Charade bangs look current.
Charade been making a few mistakes.
Yeah, but her bangs look a little current. Like those are not.
No, they don't. Not all the time. We're not gonna do that. We're not gonna tell a lie over here.
But that ensemble of hair is heavy, and she needs to unclip that bang.
But one thing I did want to notice is the passive aggressiveness between Scott and Contessa in their confessional. I don't know if you caught this, but Scott was making some comments under his breath. No more bangs for the girls on Bravo. I mean, if you want a bang, get a bang.
And that bang needs to go.
One piece is accidentally far away. I just had to pull it up because I said, hold on, what is this?
That hair is not even going to fly away because that thing is heavy.
So I don't know if you were paying attention in the confessional when Scott was saying, I'm glad we went to therapy because otherwise she'd be sitting here by herself.
Yeah.
And then she was just sitting there like, like she didn't know what to say. And then
she's like, because he embarrassed her. So she's like, I'm telling you, she's making her plans. Like she's going to have a plan just in case. He's going to say something one time too many and she's going to be going.
Yeah. And that's what she was saying. Whatever she was saying, I can't remember exactly what she said, but it made me feel like she's preparing.
Mm-hmm. And she's mentally preparing because we got to mentally prepare first before we physically go.
It made me feel like she was physically preparing, like with an account.
Yeah, she probably is, but she's probably already mentally prepared throughout all the stuff that he did and last year and everything like that. So she's probably mentally going already. That's why she's saying, just in case, I got to leave. And now she's just, ready for the physical in the bank account, to move them to, to move it. I hope she's moving that money around, girl.
He's proven heavily point of being mentally and emotionally abusive. He is, but it wasn't heavily placed to say that.
They asked, she answered. Oh, wow.
He is being like mentally abusive, but I don't think that's her place to say.
They asked, was he abusive? She was like, I think.
I wouldn't even say abusive. I would say gaslighting.
But that's a form of mental abuse. When someone's in a relationship with you, gaslighting you, you're going to go crazy because you're like, look, I know I'm not bugging out. I know I'm not feeling the way I feel, and you're telling me it's nothing. Like, like if somebody walking around with an attitude, like, what's wrong? Nothing.
But that's why I feel like you should respond to stuff as it happens. Like, if something happens, you need to go ahead and address it at that moment. Don't let it fester because it's going to get worse.
Yeah.
So, she's going to be doing fitness competitions and
but she's going to be on the side like this,
But I don't think that she's bulky enough right now to be.
No, but they got a lot of categories to where some of the ladies don't have to be as cut and as bulky as them. Mm-hmm. It's gaslighting is abuse.
Mm-hmm. Well, I just didn't want to say abusive, because I'm not.
You need to call a thing a thing. In the words of Ayala, it is, and this is the reason why she probably still sitting because she's like, oh, he's not abused. Yes, he is, girl. He's abusing you, girl.
I think she knows because even when he says stuff, it kind of throws her off, and then you can tell it throws her off, and then the producer have to say something like, "Contessa, what do you think?" And she kind of like borderline agree with it. It was kind of sad almost.
Yeah, and then it's sad the way he backed her up on that stage at the reunion last year. He backed her up and that's why I said, girl, ain't you army? Ain't you military? Like,
well, the thing was he was feeling ganged up on. If you remember back last season, they had ganged up on him at that dinner and was basically attacking him on how he's been treating Contessa and all this other stuff. And going on him about his marriage, and he had this assistant that he was looking at. He had the pictures of his phone. You remember that? So they was attacking him on all this stuff, and then Quad and it was telling they was saying that they heard the fight in between the walls and stuff, and that was a lot. That last season,
and the way he made her get up and go, like the way he made her get up and go, I didn't like it. It gave abusive. And I was wondering, because at that moment, I was like, girl, are you scared? Blink once if you're all right, if you need to escape.
So do you think Scott is piling on her at the house, like Argentina?
Honestly, in his eyes and the way he did her, I personally would feel that I wouldn't put it past him. I wouldn't put it past she done got a back slap or a shove or something. Me personally, just from me watching, and the way he made her get up, and shut her up, and He basically made her eat her words, literally. He fed her back her words and made her get up and walk away. And the way she cowered down, like it was her reaction to him. Like the way she cowered when he came on and he said such as she's strong. It's like,
but okay, is it because she's a submissive woman? Is that the reason?
Or I don't know her form of submission, because being submissive doesn't mean that you have to cower and you have to strengthen yourself. It's like I literally saw her go from, I don't know how tall she is, but she literally looked like she went down to 2 feet. Like when he came and he said like she went to a child, like, and sometimes that happened because in abusive relationships, like she went to a child. Like I saw her from a woman go down to a little kid, like, yes, Scott. Oh, yeah, I didn't mean that, Scott. I didn't say that, Scott. It was just giving Tina Turner, yeah, Ike, I'm going to get it done, Ike. That's what it was giving me. I was like, ooh, Tina.
Tina wasn't acting like no Miss Seeley, was she? I mean, she wasn't that.
Yes, she was. When she came back from that damn hospital and Ike had all them damn people down to the hospital. And she came in, he was like, such a girl, I'm going to need you to, such a, yeah, Ike, I'm going to get it, Ike. What you need, Ike?
She was doing that at the beginning.
But that's what Contessa was doing, basically.
I don't want to put that on.
It looked like she morphed into that whole scene. Yeah, Scott, I'm not going to get a divorce, Scott. I lied when I said I filed them papers, Scott. Like it was like, let's go. And okay, Scott, she looked back at them like,
it did kind of seem like he wanted the marriage at the reunion because he was kind of upset, and then
he didn't want to be blindsided. I don't think it was so much of him wanting the marriage. It was like, I don't want to be embarrassed. You embarrassed me. I got here, and then to find out you filed some paperwork that I knew nothing about.
But
that's what it was given. Why our order? That's what it was given. It was like if we wasn't here in front of Bravo's cameras.
But
he was giving the mama lip. I took his lip curl like, your mother looked at you.
I know what you mean.
That's what it was given.
But I didn't remember. I know we're jumping back into last season, but remember that Quad was the one who announced that. It wasn't even Contessa.
That scene was funny because she was like,
Quad, it wouldn't mean Quad business. She was
like, they know. Quad was like, yes, I know. Yes, we do.
Quad was like,
Quad was waiting to say that. But like I said, they probably know, they're privy to probably more information, and so is Heavenly. And that's probably why she is so angry with Heavenly. Like you said something when I let you in, and you know the situation. Like I say, Heavenly probably knows more than what she's speaking on.
She probably does because that's her friend. But at the same
Quad
time,
definitely do because Quad was ready to give him them papers. Quad was ready to sign them papers for us.
I feel like she should be mad at Quad too. Quite honestly, I think.
But she wanted Quad to say it because she did not want to say it because she opened the floor for each one of them ladies to step up and say it. Quad was just the one who stepped up and said it. And I think she was a little grateful that Quad said it because she didn't want to mouth the words. Because she knew if she mouthed the words.
But she would get a beat down. This you
saw how he was backstage. What? Who? What?
So you saying that Contessa getting beat into this bang? That's what you're saying?
I don't know. She got to bob and use her weave, but bob and use your weave, girl. Snatch that off because it becomes a good choking tool and it doesn't leave any marks around the neck. So when you take your wig off, wrap it around somebody's neck and just, and just take them down to the ground, put your wig back on and go. It's no marks, no nothing. They'll never know what happened.
How many pieces do you think is in there? Do you think it's 5 or 6? Or?
It's at least 10 to 30.
Benton says what he does in public in abuse terms is showcasing the power that he has over her, but in private, it's probably worse.
Right. Because that definitely I was like, ooh, Ike and Tina, Gina, Ike and Tina.
She was scared. So even though she's preparing for a fitness competition, do you think that she's letting herself get beat?
I think she's trying to bulk up so he won't beat her. Like you see these push-ups that I'm doing, I will knock you into next Sunday. I think that maybe she's trying to, I don't know if she's trying to protect herself with this competition. Like while I'm working out, I could also get some little defense moves, but I don't want to put that out there that she's being abused. But girl, the way Scott looked.
Do you understand why she feels the way she feels towards Heavenly? Do you understand how she feels at all? Because all of them have felt this way. All of them.
No, I definitely understand how she feels. Like I said, Heavenly is probably privy to more private information, and that would make it even worse, even though she didn't say it, but you're speaking on it. So now it gives you leeway that you would say other things. Like if you said that, what else would you say? And she's probably a little nervous, scared too, because who knows what Heavenly actually knows.
Venter says if he pulls the cake anime on Contessa, I'm jumping through the screen.
Because if he made her eat that McDonald's, eat the McDonald's. Contessa, you brought this McDonald's knowing I cook for these kids. You gonna eat this McDonald's?
Do y'all think he that abusive?
You gonna eat this McDonald's? Take these nuggets. This a 10-piece. You know, like.
Do y'all really think Scotty?
I see it. I don't know. I don't know if he is. I don't want to put that on anybody because I hope she's not being abused. Because a lot of people that you think are strong can be abused. Like you just never know. Like because some people I know a lot of women that were so strong and boisterous in public, and when they get home behind closed doors, they get their ass whipped. But
I don't want to laugh.
I'm saying no, but it's true. But you just never know, and I don't know. And the way she cowers down, and like her feet, it's just something that came over her. Like when he comes up and he gets a little, he doesn't even have to. It's a certain movement he could do or whatever that she cowers back. Like watch her. Like if you watch last season, like when he would get upset, she would cower back. Like,
but part of me feels like she was putting on for the cameras a little bit. Do you think that she was putting on for the cameras last season?
No, I think she was trying to hide for the cameras. I think she was trying to make it seem like it wasn't as bad as it really was.
So Kimmy said that he made her leave the military.
He seems, he seems very controlling and very thing. And I think that maybe this show was an outlet for her because now I'm on the show. I'm a public figure, and maybe I can do a lot of things that I probably couldn't do within the marriage, just being your wife.
Were they in military together, or was she just in the military?
I think she was just in the military.
Renton says abuse can start out emotional and mental and graduate to physical. So who knows?
Yeah, it's just like it's a who knows situation. But the way what he's giving and what she's giving is given abusive. It's given.
It's given Tina. Oh, Lord. Kimmy says he has mental power over her. I guess, yeah. So y'all agree with Heavenly, I guess. Y'all just on Heavenly side. Y'all
you just don't like that Heavenly said it. Like she doesn't like that Heavenly said it. And like I said, Heavenly probably knows a lot. And the people that know and they could watch, like, because I've been around friends and stuff like that, just because you didn't get your ass bust in front of me, I know you're getting your ass whipped. You understand what I'm saying? I didn't, I'm saying from certain little things that I've seen and the way you respond to your body language. Like a lot of you gotta watch. It's not a lot of times what people say is their body language, and her body language gives to me abuse, like abuse women. I don't know if it's mentally, physically, or whatever, but the way she cowers and she shrinks down and then she'll eat her words and sit back, like, because she probably can take him. Sometimes you could take the man, like, oh, I'll take a frying pan and bust this. But a lot of times you scared to do it because you like, I don't want to go to jail. I don't want him to go to jail. I don't want to, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's a lot of that.
Tina fought back at the end when she got in that limo. She fought back at the end, and she fought back. She fought back, and that she probably was fighting back. That probably wasn't the first time that she fought back. But it's like it's to no avail. Like you fighting back and you're not leaving. It's just like, well, it's a little similar to what Mama Brack said. Let that man cheat in peace. Let that man beat you in peace. If you ain't fucking leaving, You're not gonna promote beating in peace.
If you're not gonna leave, girl, just shut up. Like
Ike was a small man too. Was he?
Yeah, he was a petite. He was a small piece of leather, but well put together.
That's probably why Tina was able to get back with him. Heavenly could have said it on YouTube on the show or only to Contessa, and it would still have been a problem.
Yeah, because a lot of people don't want to face their reality. Like, how dare you say
if I tell you something about me, does that mean that you have free reign to go tell?
But she probably didn't even tell her about it. This was her observation.
But you admitted that she has knowledge of it. So
not that she probably do, but she said to me, somebody asked her, do you think Scott's abusive? Because obviously they saw what I saw. And she said, well, mentally. And so she just said, well, because he's mentally abusing her on the show. Who knows what he's doing behind the scenes? But I don't know, Contessa, but y'all need to clean this up. And Scott, if you need to stop it. Well, don't raise that hand. You bet.
I hope he's not.
I hope he's not even. I really hope he's not. But that's what she gives. That's what the relationship and their dynamic gives. The way he storms out and she cowers down, like it's very scary. And I hate to watch people like shrink like that. Somebody who's so strong, like she's such a strong woman, and to watch her shrink like that for anybody, like it's horrible to watch. Like it makes me cringe. Like
supposedly they're in a better place because that's what they said. They're in a better place.
Girl, she please, there ain't no better place. She preparing to leave.
We're gonna see what happens with that. So we're gonna go on commercial break. Then we're gonna come back and talk about Quad, and we're gonna talk about Toya living beyond her means. Then we're gonna talk about the party. So y'all make sure y'all like, comment,
and subscribe.
And we'll be right back.
Hey guys, hope you're having a good time. By the way, don't forget, hit that like button. And if you're liking, you might as well subscribe. And drop a comment below. Come on guys, let's get into it. Hey guys, hope you're having a good time. By the way, don't forget, hit that like button. And if you're liking, you might as well subscribe. And drop a comment below. Come on guys, let's get into it.
All right, we are back, and hey, Candace, thank you for joining us.
Hey, Candace Flame.
Ike was scrawny. Did he have little man syndrome? Is that what it was?
He was scrawny and whipping ass. Like, but a lot of them, back in that day, like a lot of times that's how they thought they would have control over the women. They was whipping their behind. A lot of women was getting their behinds whooped.
Not grit ball. Y'all making him seem like he worse than Ike. What?
No, because that is because it's the undercover ones. It's the ones that smiling in your face, backstabbers.
Yeah, right? Really undercover though, because he showing how he feel in public. Like I was saying, you got to watch the confessionals. It's like the little comments that he makes. It's like gaslight. I can see the gaslighting.
Well, it's I know he Contessa, if you need help.
Baby, you talking about like on this Christmas when Regina King had put that oil on the floor,
right? That baby on there whooped it, had him sliding around like the ice capades.
Yes, he was. Q says yes, he was, Princess. I stood over him at a restaurant way back in the day, and I'm slim 5'3". You knew Ike back in the day,
right? You saw Ike. You
was in the group. Let us know. And she had heels on.
You say he was not singing in the background.
You was in there. You was in there with them. Let me know.
You could give a little nasty bass player, just in the back, playing the bass.
So we're gonna talk about Quad and her mom tea real quick. At first,
my God, that was just so sad.
At first, I was like, not another mom tea storyline, but finding out that he did pass. I can understand.
We have to sit there deepest
because I do remember him being on the show.
Quad and her family, yeah. Because cause we didn't hear anything. Did you hear anything on the internet about her brother dying?
No, I heard nothing about it. I heard
because
nothing.
when she first, maybe it was about 2 years ago when they said Quad is getting a child. Quad is going to get a baby. We thought she was adopting a baby. Like, is she
Who said
adopting?
Quad
Like,
was getting the baby though? Who said?
yeah,
Quad
it was a rumor out that Quad was coming back to the show when she came back to the show last season. They were saying something that she was coming back to the show and she was having a baby, like something about a baby rumor. But I guess this was it. Like that.
But she had the baby on the show before because
when they had a rumor that she was coming back to the show, and this time she wasn't coming alone. She was coming with the baby.
She ain't having Quad don't want to have no kids.
Right. And so I was like, is she gonna adopt the kid? But I guess it was her nephew,
Let's be clear, Quad do not want to have kids. Because if she would have had it with that psychiatrist who was
I wouldn't have.
And I ran into him one time. I was working at this rundown hospital at the time in downtown, and I hated that hospital. I saw him in the hallway.
Dr. Lunsford?
Dr. G with that squeaky voice. Like
that voice, and he's a psychiatrist. You cannot, like, if I'm telling you my story and I'm laid out to the couch and you respond back to me with that squeaky ass voice, I'm just getting up. I'm gonna be more stressed out than when I came in. I'm like, just shut up. Don't say nothing.
I can't focus if I'm in there to see a psychiatrist and you talking to me with that squeaky voice.
But psychiatrists are the most craziest people. That's why I want to be a therapist.
I don't think so, because when you're a therapist, you kind of take on everybody's issues.
Yeah, I want to go to psychiatry. I want to do therapy first and then go into psychiatry because I'm crazy too. So I know like what they're thinking and I understand the crazy plight.
All right, Q, you was with them. All right, let me know. Give me some.
Right, like he was playing the bass. I could see him playing the bass. Like,
Renton says Contessa whoop him like Diamond whooped Ronnie. Lord. Princess says that she was adopted. I never thought that because Quad doesn't look like an adoptive type of person.
That's why I thought she was adopting because they was mentioning.
She's like a Marlo. She's like, I'm gonna send them back if they mess up. Like,
Yeah, because I remember my nephew. He was so cute with it, like a little cabbage patch, all that hair, and
I remember when she brought him on.
But did you see she got a new dog? She got 3 dogs now.
I didn't see the third. I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah, the third one looks more like a little poodle.
Okay, because I'm surprised her dogs are still alive because they've been alive for a long time. So
they live a long time because my dog, before I kicked her out, I wonder if my dog is out in the street like surviving.
You kicked out the dog like Marlo kicked out her nephews. That's
I did, but oh my God, did I say this on TV? I mean, on did y'all hear? But I didn't mean like it was an accident. What had Isis? I'm sorry, like Isis, if you out there or up there because you were old, but
yeah.
I'm sorry, Isis, but you was shitting and pissing all over my house and I was in distress and you wouldn't go on the wee pad and I couldn't walk you every day because my knees was hurting.
Lord have mercy.
I didn't actually kick out. She ran away. Like I took her downstairs in front of the building and I was like, usually when I take her down, I tried to put her out like 3 to 5 times before and she would just sit there. So I'll just grab her and take upstairs. But that last time she just took off, she looked at me and was like, peace. And took off, and I was like, "Oh, I was waiting for her to come back. She never came back."
But I mean, I don't know if Quad is going to have much of a storyline this year. But it was sad to hear that her brother passed.
Yeah, that was so sad.
And moving on, we're going to talk about Toya never being satisfied and living beyond her means, is wasted all of her husband money on these rentals.
I'm gonna need Eugene to file for a divorce.
I think I don't know. I'm not gonna say get a divorce. I'm not gonna say get a divorce.
No, he needs to put her on a strict budget and tell her no.
It seems like Toya is never satisfied. Like it's never good enough. The house is never big enough. Like this was supposed to be her dream home. She talked about for 2 seasons how this home was gonna be her dream home. She moves every single season since the show's been on. The show's been on almost 10 years.
Yeah, she done moved like at least.
You moved every season. You moved. And I remember when Janice was trying to help you find places that you was looking down on, but she was trying to help you find something more affordable in your means. but she was looking down on what Janice was trying. You remember Janice?
Yeah.
Janice was trying to help her find a house, and she was looking down, and she didn't like the houses, and it wasn't. I
want to know more about Toya's upbringing, her background. Like, what did she grow up like?
She was broke. She said she was broke growing up.
This is what it's given. It's given like somebody broke who looked up and met a doctor, like a potential. Like he probably was like not a doctor yet, but it's on his way to becoming a doctor, and she saw that and just like, ooh, I could shop. Like now I can shop. That's what it's given. Like, and she needs to be on a budget because this poor man, when he was working, I think was it last season during the pandemic, and he was working, coming back, exhausted and like I felt so sorry for Eugene. Like, oh boy, this man had to work.
Really? She working him ragged,
right, to pay off the tax debt when they was.
I remember that they were in tax debt, and he worked his butt off. Because
he
most
was
of the
coming back tired, and she just like, oh, was she, and worrying about a wine budget, girl.
And then remember, she had to have the 2-story closet. It had to be 2 stories.
But it's going to be his fault if he don't stop her and put a stop to her now. He's going to be in debt and broke. He's going to be a broke doctor. Everything is going to be. And if he don't stop her now, because she's going to keep going and going. And going because she seems like she come from a place where she doesn't know the value of money. Like she
just a spoiled person. Like money has no value to her because she feel like she can get it with her husband. So she doesn't really understand how hard.
Yeah, but he needs to even put her to work, and so she'll know where money come from. Like a kid, like you have a kid and they just want and they be like, look, I have to work for this or whatever like that. Eventually, you're going to have to go out. You put them and get them a little summer youth job or whatever like that. She needs to get a little summer youth job.
That's not going to pay for that house. Because
no, she just needs to get, more acclimated with working, like to go out the house and then to be working every day 9 to 5 to see what it is. Like, even if it's volunteer work, make her do it like straight for like 5 hours a day, 5 days a week. So she'll know that you have to work to make this money, because at this point, she's like, Eugene got it. And one day he's not going to have it.
Hey, Busy Bee, I'm in Atlanta too, so hey. But it looks like whatever she does is not good enough. That house that they were in was way big enough because it's only 4 of them.
Yeah, because she wrote
it seem like she got 10 people in her family. She making it seem like she's Sanya and got all the people in her house.
Like, yeah, because the house is too small for, like, it's you, your husband, and 2 kids, 2 boys.
So all you need is 3 bedrooms. If you and your husband are staying in one, and then the other 2 kids have a bedroom.
Right, and they can make it with 2 bedrooms.
But she got to have an elevator, and then she got to have a 2-story closet, and then it's got to be. I think that Toya is in competition with her friends.
Yeah, because she probably, like I said, it's more like I'm curious to find out how was she raised, like her financial situation coming up, because it's more.
Said she was poor from Detroit.
Okay, because it's given keeping up with the Joneses. Like, this is what I'm supposed to do. Like, being a doctor's wife, and I see everybody else around, like, I'm trying to keep up because she, like I said, she doesn't know the value of money or how money works. So it seems like she's like, oh, I'm just, because I'm supposed to have Versace.
But it seems like whenever somebody does something, she has to outdo them, and it got to be better. Because you remember, Toya finished her house. Then Anila started building her house. Mm-hmm. Then once Anila started building her house, now Toya not satisfied with her.
Yeah, this house is not good enough no more.
She got to get another house. Like, what was wrong with the house?
Yeah, because she grew up watching Dynasty, because I did too. Like, you just saw it and you thought, like, this is how you're supposed to live. When you have money, like, this is how you're supposed to live. Like, you're supposed to have all this. But girl, your poor husband is going to be worked to death. And like, she didn't even have no remorse for this man working himself to the bone. Like,
she don't even care. She don't care.
He worked himself to the bone and he came home and cooked. Girl.
That's the saddest thing, to work and then have to come home and cook. And then she just sitting there.
At least you know what I'm saying? He's down something making tacos or whatever. Girl, you should have him. He should have a 5-course meal ready when he come home. You need to be waiting for the door at that man with the door with his slippers like a puppy.
Renton says she can't afford her lifestyle. Get with Anila and learn how to furnish her house for free. And
yeah, did you hear that? That was crazy. I was like, Anila.
I do. want to talk about that too. I do. Number one, Quad's house. She renovated her. She got a new house as well. Quad house is nice. Toya old house was nice. I feel like everybody's house is nice. Why do you have to compete with everybody else? Why can't you be happy with what you have? And just exist in your space. And,
but like you said, she's never going to be satisfied. Like I said, that's going to lead to divorce. I think when them kids probably get a little bit older, he's going to get tired of that because she's never going to be satisfied. When he look at his bank account and realize the work is not adding up, like I'm working all these hours and then I don't have anything to show for it because I'm constantly paying back.
And you're renting. You're renting. Like you had a house that you was paying on for it to be your house. Like for me, my goal is not to be renting forever. One day I want to have you had a nice home that you could have just paid off and
Yeah, didn't she write their names inside the fixtures and this is our forever home and all this stuff? Like
that was your dream home. She said it for 2 years. That was her dream home.
And you had it to the way you wanted it to be. Like you had your 2 stories closet, you had your wine cellar. You had like this was built from scratch, really.
Let Toya and Eugene tell it we're broke and we're just, we're just on the outside looking in. But at the same time, we might not have as much money as you, but we have better money management than
but
you. She has no money management skills at all. None.
She just knows the money is there. And I don't know if Eugene is even teaching her or maybe he doesn't know. Like he said, I believe he said he was the first person in his family to actually have real money. Like he was the first person in his family to actually have real money. And so I'm like, but you shouldn't be working to death. Like, and then coming home and cooking, Eugene.
And she put the Bible verses in there. I don't think that you should try to work to maintain a lifestyle that's above your means.
Yeah.
And clearly you're living above your means. Four of y'all would be nice in a 4 or 5 bedroom house. It don't have to be a mansion. It doesn't have to be that extravagant, girl. She's just trying to buy her place in society, girl. If they don't see it for you and they know that where you come from, because a lot of people do that. Like when they think they come from lower means and they're sitting in high society, they try to buy like, I'm going to have the most expensive. Like their counterparts could be buying a champagne for $300. No, I need the $1,000 bottle because you have to always show that I'm not dirty. I'm not broke. I'm not this. And that's going to be her downfall. Ranton says she probably has a mother like Wanda who has basically taught her to be in competition with her friends and family. I don't think that's something that is taught. I think that's something that is in your personality.
Yeah.
Either you're like that or you're not, because
because when her mother came, her mother didn't get when they did bring her mother. When her mother was there,
I don't remember her mother being on the show.
I think her mother was there because her mother
his Eugene mom.
No, her mother
to DC.
I think in the first, second, or third season, her mother came, and because that's when we found her father. Remember, because her father came. I think her mother came first before the father.
It just simply, but if she did come, I can't remember what she was like.
Yeah, but the mother didn't give like the mother was just. She looked like she was just.
I think this is Toya. I don't think this is.
Yeah.
I think this is just who Toya is.
Yeah, because sometimes that becomes, a thing. Because even when you're in certain spaces with certain people, you want to overboard to do things because you want to fit in, like.
And you remember when it was at the reunion and Simone and Toya were fighting, and Simone said "raggedy broke ass."
Yeah. She took that to heart. Yeah,
that did something to Toya because after she said that, she was ready to fight.
Like she don't even care so much as them calling her dumb. Because I would be ready to go. If you call me stupid or ignorant, like they keep alluding to she's dumb. Her Heavenly always alluding to she's dumb, and like we'd be ready to fight. Don't call
Jackie
me
too. Jackie has alluded to her being dumb.
Yeah, like
has
when they called her raggedy and broke. You're not going to call me raggedy and broke because I married a doctor.
That's what they said. Jackie Toya.
Yeah, like you're not going to do that because I married a doctor. Do you understand? Like, do you see?
But even with your credentials, there's always somebody in the room that has more credentials. So you just got to be yourself,
Yeah, I think, like, girl, she going to be herself before she be by herself because Eugene going to look around and get tired of spending all that money. And God forbid that man have a heart attack from working all them hours and stressing out, coming home and cooking over a grill. He grilling and work like, oh, poor
But
Eugene.
is it me or was Eugene coming home from work asking if white women were quieter, if he should get him a white woman?
No, it was definitely Eugene. And the son, I think the son was here for it too. I think he didn't mind a white stepmama.
The son wanted a white
He wanted the white stepmama, like, ooh.
But Toya, don't come in here and just say black people is loud, we ghetto, and we this, and we gonna do this. That's you, Toya.
Right.
Do you guys have email addresses? I like to send you both DMs and collaborate with you. Yes, we do.
Yes.
We do have a joint email, which is what is it?
Let's get into it.
Let me look it up because
yeah, but you can DM us. I'm Mace _Moreau on Instagram, and he's Shadier Room on Instagram.
So I'm gonna put our email in the our joint email in the chat so everybody has it in case y'all want to send us something. But if you want to follow me, I'm on Instagram at Shadier Room, and Mace has like several Instagrams. Mace _Moreau, Mace _Cooks, or
Mace Cooks. Follow me on my Mace Cooks page because I'm trying to put more. I'm gonna do more how-tos on there because now it's hot. I got to make the sauces.
But I be seeing Mace cook on Instagram, and they be making me hungry. I want you to send me a plate through the phone.
Right, and I'm coming down there in August.
We got to plan something. So when you come down here, we have to have a special extravaganza, some type of live something.
Yes, we need to go. We need to go downtown. We need to get with So Debonair
in the same room. We got to do something together.
Let's call So Debonair so we could get the hookup and go to Candy Backyard since it's gonna be the summer. And how they be. I like the way they was jamming. I don't want to eat nothing now, but
I'm not thrilled with the Candy experience. Y'all love it, but I'm not thrilled. It was okay. It was okay.
It was
okay. It wasn't all of that.
I think I'm gonna go back to Ask Candy. Let me get a job in your kitchen. Let me go back to the kitchen.
If you did, let me check because I don't check it as often as I should. but I will check it if you DM'd me. I'll look out for this name unless your name is different. Just let me know on IG. Busy says, my whole family is loud. I didn't know it until one of my friends brought it to my attention. It was so funny. I get that, and I understand that completely. I understand that. But when you've been at work all day, sometimes you don't want to come home to a loud house. And Toya needs to learn how to be more submissive. And submissive.
She needs to learn how to be more considerate. She just needs some consideration because that man is out there working he is a god. He is a doctor. He is out there doctoring, healing lives. And all you could do is that man should come home to a 5-course meal. Like I said, his slippers should be at the door. You should be at the door waiting for him to come home with a glass of wine or whatever his drink is, rub his feet, and then feed him.
Well, if he paying all the bills and you living in the mansion, you might as well.
Yeah, especially if someone's paying all the bills. I'm just a caring person. I just like to take care of people. So, but I'm not meeting you at the door no more. I don't do that no more. But that's how I got it.
You at the door. But I don't think you have to meet them at the door like a dog. But be a little bit more appreciative. And
I used to I would have to meet you. I'll meet you at the door. Like that's how you get me. Pull that, got you, nigga. You know what I'm saying? You put got you, and then they become obsessed. But then when you stop giving them and you stop doing it, it's like, oh my god, like the world's ended.
But it doesn't seem like to me Toya is appreciative, and that's what's turning off the fans to Toya. Is she's coming across as spoiled. And she just is never satisfied. It's always, I want more. I want a bigger house. I need 10 garages. I need 3 stories on my closet. And you don't even dress like that,
Yeah, and you, Toya, yeah.
You don't dress like
you should. Yeah, you need to pay for a stylist or somebody to help you out because
she ain't the worst one. I'm trying to figure out, is it Contessa or Simone is the worst? I don't know who the worst. Y'all let me know who is the worst.
Simone's a little tacky. But I blame that.
Simone is older. Simone is
older.
older.
Simone is upper age. She looks good for her age. Simone looks very good, but Simone's a little upper age, so she's probably like, I'm not, trying to do all that fashion stuff.
I'm not. Listen. I'm not telling y'all how to be. I'm just offering my opinion. Don't go around saying Shady said. People always do that.
That's the first thing Shady said.
He said this and he said that. No. Just take it how you want to take it. I'm just stating my opinion. People love to do that. So we're gonna talk about Anila. And every time she on the show, we got to do a ritual. I'm sick of it. I'm tired of it. I don't feel like Anila fits on the show.
Yeah, I didn't know why is she here.
She don't fit on. I feel like she imitate the other ladies, especially when she was with Quiet. She tried to imitate Quiet and what Quiet do, and it's coming across like you trying to fit in too hard. I feel like Shaza Sunset Atlanta, if they was to do it, you would be great. But for Married to Medicine, I'm tired of every time we get on here, we doing a festival, we doing a color thing, we doing a cow ritual. I'm tired. I'm tired of it.
I'm not going down to nobody's ritual. I'm not.
We doing a cow ritual every time we bringing the cow in, but moving Anila, we gonna go into her part. She was building a home, as we were saying before, and she overspent. And I think they started off with a 1.3 million budget, and then they went to a 2.5 million.
That's crazy. The house is nice though, but
the house is nice, but it's hotel-ish. I want my house to feel like a home. I don't want it to feel like a hotel.
Well, at least I guess it could be hotel-ish, hellish if she ain't paid for none of that furniture in there because, girl, you got $500,000.
You paid for something if it's 2.5 million, so you paid for something.
But all the furniture, she said that it's been completely furnished through her blogging.
That's good for her because I never seen her blog, never checked for her blog, but
me neither. And I'm like, well, let me see this blog because how popular are you for you to get gifted all that furniture? Because you have to be popular some type of way because that furniture was cheap.
She's not even the most popular on this season, so whoever paid for it, y'all just lost y'all money.
Yeah, because
Anila neck too loose. This not Potomac. She wouldn't fit in Potomac either. She wouldn't fit in Potomac.
No, you're right. She needs to not being racist or anything.
But Sunset,
Atlanta. They need to get maybe the Shaw's of Atlanta because if anything, they can bring out the other white girl back.
Because I'm tired of every time we get on here, we got to do a doggone celebration of color, celebration of ritual.
She done brought the cow and shit it up.
She brought the cow in the house.
Walked the cow through. The cow was sliding and slipping on the rug. If that cow had a fell,
the cow boo-booed on your $2.5 million home. But y'all love cows so much because they do so much. If that's the case, we should do the same thing for chickens too, because chickens bring us everything. They give us the egg.
Well, the egg is a very high, like in certain religions and stuff, like the egg is very important. That's why because the egg is like a key to life because you don't know what came first.
It's a symbol of the beginning of life, a new beginning. But
that's how people be going to get that collagen injected in their face and Botox. All you need to do is take an egg. If you take an egg and put an egg on your face, I'm telling you, it will tighten your skin back because you never know what came first, the chicken or the egg. So that's why I think the egg it's like a youth serum. And
I was scared that they was gonna let the cow pee on them because that's what they like is to let cows pee on them and stuff. And I was scared. I didn't know.
Wait. The cow is down to the thing pulling the R. Kelly?
In India, it is a thing for cows, for them to be letting the cow pee on them, and then they just take it all in. That's what they do.
What?
That's how much they love cows. I'm not lying.
No, I believe you, but
they love the cow. Like whatever the cow do is they love it. So
because the
they
mother
let the
did
cow
say it was
pee
some
on them.
voodoo doo doo.
They let the cow pee on them, and it's supposed to bring blessing. Or
Maybe it was good luck for that cow to defecate on her floor.
That's what they said. They even said on the show, it's good luck. I'm like, a cow.
But she was like, it's some voodoo doo doo.
The cow boo booing in your $2.5 million home, I guess. But it couldn't be me. But good for them. Jamie says, I think Bravo is overdoing it with the culture things with Anila because of how they did Mariah and didn't show much of Mariah's culture with her husband.
Yeah, and that's
like
what
they were trying to replace Mariah. I feel like this was an attempt to replace Mariah. I really felt like that.
But I think that's what's insulting. And if I was Mariah, I would be very insulted for the simple fact of they didn't want to hear nothing about Black Kardashian. You know what I'm saying? Everything was really.
But they did. I mean, let's be honest. They did have a few events that was Black Kadeshi. I do remember Mariah bringing everybody, and they wore the traditional.
Yeah, they wore the saris, and she had them for the saris. That's when they all came. That was after how many seasons?
But she had them come over several times, and they did Black Kadeshi stuff. And I remember one time she did it with just her family, and they was talking stuff about choir.
But even so, it felt like they lost the Indian element with Mariah, and then they tried to replace
her with another Indian.
With this, like, and it's not the same dynamic. Like,
I feel like Anila is a pick-me, and I'm sick of Bravo picking all these pick-me's to be on the show. Pick somebody who's all right if they do the show. If they don't do the show, pick one of them.
Yeah, Anila could go for me. But they can bring back the white lady.
Carrie was on here. Carrie was on there.
Yeah, that's what Carrie said. But if that's the case, they can bring her back as a main character and get rid of Anila. Like, she can go.
I'd rather have Carrie than Anila.
Yeah, that's what I said. Anila could go and Carrie could come, even though I really don't want her, but I'll take her over Anila.
Because Anila seemed, at least Carrie was being who she was, and she wasn't trying to be like the other ladies. Anila, to me, when she's around Quad, she tried to act like Quad. When she's around the other ladies, she tried to act like them, and she's not being her authentic self.
Right, and didn't she say before that she's Black? Like,
she tried to compare Indians to Black people and saying that we all had the same issues. We don't. Let's just be clear. We don't. We may have similar issues, but we don't have the same issues. So
right, you know what's so messed up? Because if it was an African in that situation, and if they had brought a cow up and through their house, do you know all the voodoo references they would have got and all types of stuff? And it would have been a whole thing. Oh my God, they're promoting voodoo. This is craft. This is such and such.
I will say for Western African culture, the cow isn't as much of a bigger deal as it is in India.
No, I'm saying not even a cow, but I'm saying anything to do with if they did any type of rituals that they do. You understand? Say if they had like a bird or something, whatever rituals that they do, because every culture, they have their own little thing. If they would have been hollering voodoo and everything and made it evil, but when Indian people are doing it because it's the same damn thing. It's the same damn thing, but it's like, oh, it's a celebration of culture. It's this, that, and the third. But I don't think it would go over the same if they were Black.
So Cheryl said she got 11 and a half stories of closet. Let me know. Is y'all living lavish over here? Y'all living lavish in the chat? Maybe I'm tipsy reading. I miss Mariah. She was so funny. She was funny to me.
Yeah, she was.
Anila is a sorry excuse to replace Mariah. If it were for Toya's mouth, Anila would not have no storyline. And she used Toya for a storyline last season. And I was sick of that. And I didn't like how Anila didn't. You remember how they left the hotel and she bought all that alcohol and put it on Lisa Nicole bill?
Yeah.
We would have been fighting. I'm sorry.
Yeah, because they could have brought back Lisa Nicole and Darren cheating behind.
They could have. I'd rather have Lisa Nicole than doggone Anila. And
at least she was interesting because her denial was Lisa Nicole denial was a show in itself.
I would rather have Lisa Nicole on there than Anila. Anila don't fit to me at all, and it just seemed like half the show was about Anila and her cow and her boo boo in the house and her party. which was just like it just seemed like it's all like the same as
I really want to see Bravo have something with Black people do some type of spiritual ritual or something like that, and see how it goes over and see what they say about it.
They did that on Atlanta. We're gonna talk about that tomorrow, but they did kind of like a ritual on Atlanta. But
that was giving me, and real quick, but I don't know if y'all watch. It's a show that's on Stars about the girls when they went camping or something. They got plane wrecked. I forgot that. I can't think of the name of the show. Yellow Jackets. It was giving me Yellow Jackets. I'm like, oh my God, they're about to turn into something. The spirits is about to come.
I don't think Toya should leave, even though we just talked about Toya like a dog. I think she's good for the show because she's easy. She's an easy target. Like
No, I don't want her to leave. I just want her to.
I don't want her to leave the show.
I just want you to stop spending all Eugene's money.
She's comedic value. And I feel like sometimes she is real. Sometimes she is. Sometimes I like Toya, but this episode she came across as materialistic and selfish.
Oh, she been coming across like that for me.
She been coming across like that, but she don't do it all the time for me. So we get to this ritual party, and the cow come and Boo Boo in the house. Everybody arrives, and then Heavenly is automatically insecure because another woman is talking to Daddy in the corner. And I know that's your fave, but why is Heavenly so insecure? But you supposed to have the best marriage.
I don't think she's insecure. Why was that girl lady in Daddy's face?
She was just talking to him. She was just
for what? She don't know. She don't need to talk to him.
It's a party. It's a party.
So mingle on with somebody else. Don't be coming up in there, Dr. Daddy Damon and talking like, girl, he don't know you.
So you think that she was trying to get with Daddy? Is that what you're saying?
I'm not saying that she was trying to get with Daddy, but I'm with Heavenly. Ho, why is you here?
But I didn't like how Dr. Damon. I don't want to call him Daddy.
Dr. Daddy Damon
can't have female friends. Can your husband have female friends?
Hell no.
Why not?
Hell.
My best friend.
Well, he's a recovering hoe.
My best friend in the world is female.
But first of all, he's a recovering hoe. He cannot have female friends. It's too much temptation out there for him. And then I don't want to have to end up in jail. Because if he in prison, actually, it wouldn't even be jail, it would be prison. So if he had female friends, I ain't going to even tell you. I caught him down to the DM almost with a prostitute. One of them people that, they call him like, hi, you look cute, through the DM. So he's like, ooh, like basically like, I was like, because he handed me his phone for something. And so the dude said, and I looked and it said, I guess you're busy. So the phone cut off while I was reading that. So I was waiting, we waiting until this motherfucker turn back on. We
So you mean to tell me that you called Daddy out trying to DM?
No, he ain't. I don't call him Daddy. He ain't my dad. But
Mister.
Yeah, Mister.
You caught Mister out here trying to be in somebody's DM?
They was in his DM, like the model girl, the prostitutes, like. So I'm like, it's a prostitute.
Y'all can't be like this.
No, he was just. It wasn't nothing
y'all
like.
Gotta let your husband have a life, because if you try to restrict his friends, then he gonna have no friends anyway. You can't stop nobody from
Look, this is a Respucia and Norbit situation. What I told you about having friends.
You can't stop him from having friends. Nobody wants Damon but Heavenly. She needs not to worry. Maybe
people out there want them. They want them. They want them.
Money. I mean, they living good. They
want them. And then people have a sick work. They want what you have. People see how you treat, how that person treats you or whatever, how he treat. And some people want that. But they don't know. Like a lot of women, when they go after like that co-star girl or whatever, like it come to find out she knew that Martell was married before she even got with him. A lot of women go after married men. They see how they treat their wife, such and such, and then they want that position, and they want it, but they don't know how tough that position is.
I don't think that all mistresses want to be the wife. I think that some mistresses.
No, not all of them. Because when I was backsliding dating married men,
not backsliding, not backsliding.
No, but I never wanted to be. That's why I ain't telling nobody. I ain't snitching on you because I don't want to be number one. I'd rather be number two. Number two got all the perks. Number two got all the thing,
number
girl.
Two get all the benefits. That's
right. You get all the benefits, girl. I ain't calling up Barbara talking about bitch this Shirley. I'm not doing none of that. I'm not barbering. I'm not calling if I'm not telling nothing. I'm not trying to have no babies. We're not doing none of that. Like, no.
Mm-hmm. The mistress gets the high sex drive, they get the energy, they get the money, and they get to send them home whenever they get tired of them. They don't have to deal with them full time.
Right.
So you always are when you're dating someone, you're putting your best face forward. So you always have time to get ready. But when you're in a relationship and they see every part of you. They don't see. They see the good, bad, and the ugly. But when you're a mistress, they just see the good.
Right. This is what I said. People don't understand. Like, it could go either way. Some people want that because all they see is the good. So sometimes you want that. But I don't want that because, boy, if you're down here cheating on your wife with me, what would you do to me?
Like, y'all team heavily. So if y'all team heavily, we're gonna have a problem because I'm not team heavily right now.
I'm team heavily. And Dr. David, I know how women think. I know how they operate. I've seen ain't no female friends. Y'all don't need. It's nothing. I'm more the female friend you need.
You can't have no friends. You can't have no friends.
Nope.
Lord have mercy.
He can't even barely have male friends. Like,
he can't have no male friends either.
He barely have male friends. He probably got like 2 or whatever that I could allow. But other than that, like, because those be the same fools that'll get you in trouble. Talking about, forget her, she controlling you.
Mate, seriously, he can't have no friends. He can't have no friends.
Not no more. Like, we tried to you having friends. I allowed you to have friends, and it didn't work out.
So let's talk about it. Do you go through Mr. Phone?
Not on purpose. Not
on purpose.
I mean, no, I don't do that anymore. Not on purpose. They say I saw that other message by accident. He asked me to do something for him, and he was trying to get back to something, and I couldn't get back, so I turned to restart the phone, and then a message popped up as the phone was turning off. So I was like, "Oh no, we're gonna wait till this motherfucker turn back on. We're gonna see this message."
Was the girl trying to get with Mr. or was the Mr.
Yeah, no, she was trying to in the DMs "Oh, you're sexy. Hi, my name is Brittany. If you want to see more pictures, what one of those.
Okay.
And so, but the thing was you responded back and was like, "Oh, who's this?" or whatever like that. It's a prostitute. That's who it is. And the difference with I told him don't worry about who's in my DM. Don't worry about who's in my DM because the difference between people in my DM and your DM, niggas is trying to give me $1. She's trying to take one. That's the difference. So you shut up. And you. Period. I'm a city girl from the 718. Don't play with me because I'll cut your face. Period.
Why we had to take it there tonight? Busy Bee says, great live. New subscriber here. What other shows do you review? So we just started reviewing Married to Medicine. Check out our Huntsville reviews. They're on our page. We're also reviewing Real Housewives of Atlanta and Basketball Wives on a rotating panel with Nola Reed.
It's Nola Reed, yes.
So we haven't been on our Basketball Wives thing for the past 2 weeks, but I believe we're going to jump back on it this week. So it's Basketball Wives is Friday. Married to Medicine is going to be Mondays.
And Atlanta Tuesdays.
House of Wives of Atlanta going to be on Tuesdays. So far. So things are subject to change, but so far, that's what we're looking at. This girl called me and said, I'm with your man, and I told her, so am I, Lord.
Right.
Days of looking are over. If issues going down, your intuition will tell you listen to it. Everybody don't have that gift. Everybody don't have it. Everybody don't have it. That's why it's a gift, because everybody don't have it.
Mm-hmm.
Thick Girl says, child, they be in men and women DM. Yeah.
Yeah, but for you to even respond, like,
but for you to say that Mister can't have friends at all, just like Heavenly, you're so insecure, and she got all up in. I feel like Heavenly know who she can go and say whatever to, because she got a Miss Carrie face and was like, I forget what she said, but Carrie said something small, but she got way up in Carrie face. Like, calm down. Carrie didn't even do nothing this episode for you to be all up in her face.
But she just don't like Carrie.
I don't think she liked Carrie, but I think because Carrie roasted her last season. Carrie got her last season.
Yeah, she just don't like Carrie. And when Carrie said Dr. Damon Daddy,
that was funny. That was
funny. That because I fell out laughing.
Funny.
She's like, you don't call him Daddy. You don't call him. You call him Dr. Damon. So she's like, okay, Dr. Damon Daddy. Like with that accent, I fell out. I was like,
I feel like Heavenly goes above and beyond to make it her relationship seem more than what it is. Damon probably don't pay attention to her when she at the house, but by herself.
Probably not. Poor Heavenly.
I do think Anila's husband is funny, but Anila's husband can't carry you throughout the season. Like, you have to be interesting. You're on the main credits. Like, your husband can't
so
carry
boring.
You. I do think her husband has more personality than she does. I do believe that.
Yeah, he had a lot of personality coming down that aisle when he was trying to tell that announcer that he is a doctor.
He's a doctor. And,
right,
and
he was like, it's doctor such and such.
Doctors are so funny. You cannot address them by their first name.
Because they have a God complex. It got
to be Dr. So-and-so. It got to be Dr. So-and-so.
It's like a God complex. I was watching, I love one of my favorite movies is Eve's Bayou. Mm-hmm. And when she's like, he's a man, he's a God, he's a doctor. Like,
you can be a doctor, but if we're at a party and everybody's drunk, I'm not calling you Dr. So-and-so. You're David, you're so-and-so, John, whatever your name is. Like, we're at a party. Like, we don't have to be formal at every, single event. Like, we don't have to bow down to you at every single time. Like, okay, we get it. You're a doctor, but we're all drunk at this party. You're John or you're Bill or whatever your name is. Damon.
Oh, speaking of doctor, oh my God, I was supposed to get my depot today.
Did you get it? Because they
no, I do got it upstairs on the dresser. I think I could inject it myself.
Go get it now while you can. Go and get it while you can, because they said Biden did something. He signed something.
He signed an executive order.
Sleepy Joe done did something.
Sleep, like he was reading the prompter. Like this is like
Sleepy Joe. Like listen, I don't want to get into politics too much, but
because he getting on my nerves. First he fell off that bike, and now you reading the prompter the way you reading it.
But all the presidents fail at one point. Trump fell. You remember he was trying to get on that plane and he fell.
He slipped.
He fell. I know you're not defending Trump.
I'm not going to defend everything he's do, but all I'm gonna say is like I don't wholeheartedly dislike the fella. I give him respect as the president because I give him respect as a man that knows nothing about being the president, and that he finessed his way in the whole White House and had a whole like the way he moved. You gotta respect it. I may not like it, but I gotta respect it. You could go into retrograde if you want to, but who else that that knows nothing about being a president, probably knows nothing about politics, finesse to becoming president of the United States? You got to get that man credit.
A lot of presidents have gone into office not knowing a damn thing about what they were supposed to do.
But he obviously didn't know this. He has no political background. This man was sitting on TV telling people, you're fired. He was basically a clown. So he was a clown. He was like, for him to become president, like what type of finessarization that you have? I'm telling you, it must be a Gemini thing.
So we're not going to act like sleepy Mr. Trump, whatever his name is. He used fear mongering to get him into the office because number one, he was fear mongering people against Hillary because she was a woman, number one. Also because of those stupid emails, which didn't have nothing to do with nothing, which at the grand scheme of things really don't compare to the January 6th insurrection.
Yeah, of course, but Trump doesn't believe half the things he say.
We're gonna have to talk about it on our Let's Get Into It.
But you know, real quick, he said this in the 80s. He said, if I ever run for president, I will run under the Republican banner because Republicans believe anything you say. He said he was a manipulator. He finessed his way in. And he's gonna finesse his way in again because his toupee look good.
To the Pacino, I hope I'm saying it right. Pacino rules is saying that he tapped into the latent racism in some white voters. Not some.
Yeah,
half of the voters in America. He tapped into half of the
right, country. And he woke up the country on what's really going on because these races just didn't appear. They were always here. They just didn't appear. They were always here.
He gave them a voice. He gave the racists a voice. But how can you support that?
I don't support that. I don't support him doing that, and I don't. I just support that he was able to get himself in the White House. Like, why are you here, sir? Like, this is like, how did you get here? Like,
we're gonna let 1 or 2 people in the chat. We're gonna open the doors to the church real quickly. We're gonna let y'all, if y'all want to come on here, you can get on here and talk about whatever the show. How you feel about the show so far.
And how you feel about Dr. Heavenly.
And how Dr. Heavenly trash. So we're going to move forward and we're going to talk about how you feel about the show so far. Pacino or Pacino or Pacino. I don't know. I don't know how to say it, but
Pacino.
Pacino?
I believe so. Are we right?
I don't see an H, but we're going to say
Pacino.
Pacino rules. You support it because you are afraid of being outnumbered. We're not afraid of being outnumbered.
No, I'm not. They are afraid, and he knows how to pander to them because he knows how to, like, you woke up America, like, for stuff that they didn't see, because us black people probably was just walking around here. We knew that racist is out here, but not how it is. Like, and this made people aware, like, go get your gun licenses, go do the same thing. Like, you need to be well prepared, people. Be prepared.
Right. So we're gonna let people on. Please comment for about 1 to 2 to 3 minutes, then we're gonna go on to the next person. The first person is Thick Girl. Hey, Thick Girl.
Why you put me first? I love y'all too.
You came on first.
Hey, Thick Girl.
But I am an honorary member of the Let's Get Into It panel. I just don't
honorary.
Yes.
Sit up there all the time. I just come on and they drop the link.
How you feel?
Huh?
I said, go ahead and let us know how you feel.
My heavenly girl, don't nobody want Dr. Damon but you. Don't nobody want him but you. I promise you, you ain't got to worry. He coming home every single night.
He better, if he knows what's good for him.
When y'all said Curry, when Curry called him Daddy Damon, I say, girl, you about to get your ass whooping. Heavenly can't even fight. I'm glad that Jackie and Simone are back together. Contessa don't want no man. I don't care what nobody say. Contessa want a woman.
You know, that vibe that was always with the one from LA.
Yes. Her friend.
Yeah, her friend from LA. That always gave, but you don't know, but it just gave like a
college tryout. Yes, it did. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it was giving, like,
Heavenly, she want a kiss. You gave Toya a kiss. Now she want a kiss. And then y'all can be back friends, okay? All you gotta do, get a lady a kiss, and y'all can kiss and make up. She's fine with that.
Give who a kiss?
Contessa.
Contessa.
Are you trying to say she's lesbian?
Girl, she is lesbian and fighting it hard as fuck.
You feeling like she's lesbian?
Girl, she is lesbian, lesbian there. Yeah, she's all of that.
Is it because
Um,
is it because she's trying to be strong and built and muscular?
she was there last season and the season before that when she was not strong. When hasn't Contessa been strong looking though? Like she ain't have to work that hard.
She always looks strong. That's why Mariah didn't really want to fight her because she was just
Yeah, she does get
Exactly. So
like a strong woman. Like she
just had an extra protein shake this season. That is nothing new. Ain't like she
Contessa
really
is
didn't
a
have to
nice
work
looking
hard.
woman.
Casino rules. I wasn't trying to be disrespectful. I'm tipsy, so I'm trying to figure out how to say it. So please forgive me.
Pacino, that's what I said.
If is it Pacino?
He said like the actor.
I don't know the actor name. I don't know how
Al
to say
Pacino.
it. Al Pacino?
Yeah.
Okay. Because don't I'm not trying to do it on purpose. I'm tipsy.
He been drinking.
I'm not trying to mess up
Watermelon.
your name on purpose. I'm just saying.
At least he asked before he did chop it up, though. He did respectfully ask you.
I do try.
Yeah, I think I got it, Pacino.
But what else happened on the episode? I don't even really remember.
We're going to talk about Toya living beyond her means. We're going to talk
Child. I'm tired of her, the way she treat her husband. Like, he needs to put his foot down. I can't respect nobody that sits there on national TV and talks to their husband like that. Even if that's what you do behind your closed door, you don't ever want nobody to think that you are the man of your household. That man does everything that the head of the household is supposed to do. Bitch, all you do is sit on the couch eating bonbons all damn day long and trying to play tennis like the rich people that you pretending to be. Like,
Right.
girl,
She
you
even had a
do too
one
much. And when your son start asking you why you always fussing, it's a problem.
But I do feel like
You don't talk to your husband like that in front of his sons.
Black moms do fuss. Let's not act like black moms don't fuss. Let's not act like that because black moms.
Yeah, she fuss, but you don't fuss at your husband the way she does. She would not want her sons bringing nobody home that talks to them like that.
True.
Point blank. Period.
Very true. Very true. I feel like
You can fuss at your kids all you want. You pay for that.
Toya knows
He
that
paying for you.
she knows that she's a beautiful woman, and she knows that if Eugene wasn't rich, he wouldn't have a woman like her. That she would not be with him.
But the point is,
But don't forget, he's still a doctor at the end of the day, so he can get another one. However,
He's a doctor. He's a doctor.
He's a doctor, and he can't get another.
That's why she with him is because he's a doctor. But if he wasn't a doctor, she would not be with him, and I'm gonna stand on that.
Yeah,
well, no, she wouldn't be. But guess what? It's a lot of more hoes that think like she do that will be with him. So she's not the end of the line, and he can't be with nobody else. No, you better start acting like you got any sense, because he said he getting tired of this shit. And I'm tired of it.
They're putting this on national TV because I bet you Dr. Jackie didn't never think her husband would be down to the hotel.
Jackie was stiff, and
Jackie a whole man.
Jackie looked like she wasn't doing nothing in the bedroom. She really looked like she was just going home and reading her Bible.
And lying about that O shot.
Right,
she just not doing the O shot.
But it ain't working, girl. Like
she's doing the O shot on everybody else.
But I do agree that Eugene needs to be more of a man and be more assertive in the relationship because Toya be running all over him, and he need to stand up and be like, Toya, shut the fuck up. I mean, shut up.
Child, she hit him from behind. I don't give a damn what nobody says. He flipped his ass over. It's ridiculous.
I'm not saying that at all, but I think Toya is the type of woman. Sometimes women like for you to, be like
more aggressive,
aggressive, like this,
more in charge, more assertive. Yeah, like because you would need to shake her. Like you could probably need to like grab her up, like Toya. We don't have any more money.
Eugene is so passive and soft. Like he's real.
But I don't think I think he can be because he has it in him. I see it in him brewing.
I ain't seen it.
He's gonna be on. He's gonna be on the ID channel if she keep on. He's gonna be on the ID channel and not Bravo. He's gonna be another good show. But don't y'all know them IG posts, them IG videos where the ladies was picking their husband up and throwing them on the dresser and shit? That's what they
Toya.
do.
That's Toya and Eugene.
Exactly.
She really do pick him up and be like, "Oh, okay, get that money for me, make that
money." And Jackie ain't getting no O shot. Jackie may be giving some O shots. Jackie ain't getting.
She might got one, but it ain't working.
She ain't even get one. She wouldn't know what to do if her coochie got wet. Girl, fast.
Jackie is selling the O shot. That's what it is. She's selling it to y'all. So
exactly. But Jackie, then get somebody who is believable, girl. You sitting on dust. You sitting on sand.
I would have believed Simone more than I would have believed her.
You got a whole waterfall like you, Jackie. Sit down, Jackie, please.
Like her nickname ain't Groot. Girl, bye.
Y'all are horrible.
Shout out to the Color Me Pink channel because that's what she called her, Groot.
I like Color Me Pink.
Yeah.
I don't like. I don't like she spoiled Pink P Valley for me. But I do like
oh my God.
If you know what I'm talking about.
God, it's hard. You didn't mention that.
You know.
I didn't watch it. I didn't watch a review yet.
Because I didn't watch it either, but she kind of spoiled it for me, and I was going to leave her a comment. But then I said, no, don't do it. Don't do it. Oh my God. But I do like her channel.
Valley took a lot out of me. They should have had.
I like her channel, but I hate it when people spoil shows for me. It's one of my biggest pet peeves of all time.
You know you're not supposed to watch the review until after you watch the show. No, that's what the review is for.
If you put what happened in the title of the video,
it's in the title.
You're automatically killing it for everybody. Like,
I didn't see it.
If I see the title of your video before I see the episode, and it's just like you're basically saying what happened, I'm like,
yeah, like forget it.
I really want to go into her comments and be like, really?
Yeah, but probably somebody should tell her. Like,
that's my girl. She's the reason I came to start watching YouTube.
Because I haven't seen it yet because I've been really busy with other stuff going on, but I'm gonna watch it later on this week.
Oh my God, that
the beard is upset.
Because that episode,
and he don't get upset.
Jamie, I'm not being messy. I'm not being messy at all. I'm not. But I felt like she put it in the title of one of her videos of what was gonna happen in the episode, and that kind of spoiled it for me.
Oh my God! And that episode, because I've been feeling.
I don't want to see it. I haven't seen it yet.
It's a good episode. I was just saying it's a really good episode. I think you'll enjoy it. I haven't
had the time to get into it because even when we get off of this live, I'm going straight to bed.
Right.
I'm about to say, but maybe she don't normally do it, so it's the rest of the episode.
I think she reviews P Valley, but I don't like what she did with that title. You can share this if you want to, but that's just how I feel.
Yeah, maybe
I'm just saying y'all can share it if y'all want to, but
what I don't do is mess. I engage in mess, but I don't spread mess. That's what I don't do. There's no way I come over here and say I love y'all. Then I go over there and be like, girl, let me tell you what let's get into it.
No, girl, but anybody out there, because this is live.
Not me.
No, but you're not. You're not saying
I love her channel
because she has an excellent channel. Just don't put the what happened in the title because people that didn't watch it is like.
I'm a mom and she know how to take constructive criticism.
I mean, channel, but I just didn't like that particular portion. But
she not messy. I'm not messy. Y'all not messy. Nobody's gonna be messy. Then let somebody else do that part. Cause Joanne, thick girl, prosperity, thick girl, 40. Don't do that mess. We don't deal in mess.
I didn't say you did. I didn't say you did at all. I was just saying if anybody out there wants to repost because. I said what I said, but at the same
but that wasn't negative. Like that was.
I do love her channel. I do.
Yeah, that was just like you put the title, so now people know what happened. So it's like forget it. You discourage people from wanting to watch the show because it's already plastered in the title.
And now everybody knows. Don't look at that title.
But if you my thing is, if you say rest easy, it implies, and then you put the picture, and then it implies who gets killed in the episode. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, the end. It said the end or
The
something.
implication.
Yeah.
The
So
implication.
basically, a character's dead,
You
but
know
you
what
don't know
character
how.
did, and then you put the picture up, and then you say rest easy. Obviously, somebody died, and obviously, it might be somebody in the picture.
Yeah, but once you watch it, it's not gonna ruin it for you because you probably know who's deceased. But watch the show
because of what I saw. I know who's deceased.
Yeah, but oh my god, that thing pulled a lot out of me. That episode, I was crying for like 3 hours after the episode.
I didn't take it as that. I'm just saying, if anybody takes it as that, because I'm Shady B, so I'm gonna say what I gotta say. But
yeah, Jamie be over there too in the Color Me Pink chat.
But Thinker, do you have anything to say before we bring on the next person?
No, I just want to say, Contessa, be who you really are. Stop wasting your time with that man that disrespects you. That man is not healed. He is not healed. Let me say that part because I forgot all about that. He is not healed. I don't give a damn. He is a Martell. He is a goddamn Marceau. He is a Hotel. He is Maurice, Maurice. He's all of them. And girl, just run. Go be free, fancy free. Because
Right.
he not the man.
I agree. I feel like they're both planning. I feel like they're both preparing for something. So,
and her daughter gave me life.
Yeah,
that's it. Love y'all.
Love
See
you
y'all
too.
next week.
Thank you.
Tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow.
Because I got a lot to say about Marlo.
Yes,
I got a lot to say about Marlo. I don't like that bitch. I don't like her. And yeah, I'm done.
Talk about Marho and her manipulation and her gaslighting.
Yeah, tomorrow live should be good. We got a lot to discuss with that housewives. It was a good episode.
Trash. So we're gonna talk about manipulating friends tomorrow.
All right, babe. Love y'all. Y'all be safe. See y'all tomorrow.
You too. Thank you, thick girl.
Hi, babe.
So now we're gonna bring on Ranting. Ranting, are you there?
I'm here. Hey.
Hey, Ranting. How are you doing tonight?
Oh, child, I cleaned up, cooked, took a shower. Finally,
what you cooked? I'm greedy.
I did some pan-seared pork chops, some broccoli and cheese, and some rice.
Okay, that sounds good.
The contractor is finally finished with the bathroom. Mind y'all, I almost had to swing on him yesterday for yelling at my auntie.
So did he tell him to get the F out? Like Erica told Garcelle?
No. Okay,
to get the F out?
I'm like, if you ever meet me in person, I'm a big girl, but I'm short. Like, I'm really short. I'm only 5'3", and I say 5'2" on a good day. But I'm short, and he's taller than me. And my auntie, she's short too. She's only 5'5", but she's an older lady. And when they get in their 60s and 70s, they start to shrink. Is what I say. So he bigger than the both of us. He just sitting up here yelling at her. So I got 2 bats. I got a really thick aluminum bat, and I grabbed it, and I didn't step out my room. I just had, because we getting rid of like some furniture in the house, so I had the bat laying on like the old mattress, and I was like, I'm not stepping out, but you can see it. He was like, what you gonna do with that? I said, it's just in case, because you keep getting loud with her. I don't like the way you're yelling at her. And he was like, well, you ain't gonna do nothing to me. I want to see you try it. I was like, I'm just waiting for her to write you your check so you can kick rocks. But people like to try it. And then
people like to try it, but don't let nobody put you in a situation that's gonna alter your future. Because there was a situation, this is off topic, in New York, where this lady, she went into a bodega and she didn't have enough money on her EBT card. So she got mad at the cashier. She said that he wasn't doing it right. She cussed him out. She said she gonna bring her man over there to F him up. Her man came to F up the cashier, ended up getting stabbed to death.
Lord.
So you can kind of gaslight yourself into a situation that's gonna alter everybody's life.
Yeah, and I was like, my whole thing is, I wasn't trying to do nothing to you, but it's just like, I don't like the way you're yelling at her, because you ultimately, you are bigger than the both of us.
You can fire that person and get another contractor.
Oh, yeah, and you're a man. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, he's very physically imposing, but it was more along the lines of, he was only supposed to fix one thing, and then he started finding other things to do, or was wrong, and then trying to hike the prices up, and it's just like.
So he's trying to price gouge.
He was stabbed. He was stabbed by the cashier. He wasn't shot. He was stabbed.
It was a mess. But getting into this, because I was like, I'm over it. I was like, he didn't put the mirror up. Let it, whatever's supposed to dry, I'll put it back up. We ain't got to worry about it no more. But getting into this whole episode, Chow Toya. I'm going to get into you first because you're about the easiest person I could talk about. Miss Girl, you are living way beyond your means. You are constantly renting when you could have had your own house. You could have owned it and been done with it. And then you could have had something to leave to your kids when you got, like, when they got older and you and your husband wanted to retire down to Boca. But that's not the case. You are spending all of the money. He won't have no money left over for y'all to retire with. And everybody else is talking about y'all. He need to just divorce you. I'm like, I don't want that to happen because maybe she do love her husband. I don't know them people like that. But money is one of those things that starts to come between people, especially when they feel like you're spending too much. And then he may feel some type of way about him not putting you on a budget because you running his pockets dry, Miss Girl. If that was your dream home, like you said, then that should have been your dream home. That should have been it. You shouldn't have moved. But I mentioned in the comments, I said, because I went to look up her two-story home, like not two-story home, two-story closet. And you know how the Bravo does like the tours around their houses and everything. Why is Heavenly right like 3 videos down? Heavenly's 3-story closet. So I was like, do you mean to tell me Heavenly had a 3-story closet and you had to have a 2-story closet?
I think they all compete with each other because Toya got her stuff built after Jackie got her stuff built. So after Jackie got her house built and she had the nice closet, then Toya had to have a 2-story closet. Then after the 2-story closet, Heavenly had to have a 3-story closet.
Yeah, I think Heavenly always had a 2-story, and when Toya was doing her house, she added another story on to make it a 3-story closet.
And Heavenly don't even dress. Heavenly don't even
like, girl, you don't even got no clothes to
She
put
don't
in
have
it.
that many clothes. Half of that stuff are Laura's clothes. That's Laura's clothes in there.
It's a mess. And it's just like, I feel like almost all of the women, if they are doctors, then they are possibly married to doctors. This is like the first time I'm actually watching this season because I normally just watch the reviews. But I know like Dr. Heavenly, she's a doctor. And then her husband's a doctor. Mm-hmm. Dr. Jackie is a doctor. Is her husband a doctor too?
No, he's a retired basketball coach.
He's a retired basketball coach.
Not basketball, not NBA basketball. I believe it's like a school basketball
coach. School. He's a high school basketball coach.
Okay, well, I could see with, Dr. Heavenly and Dr. Damon, because I'm going to get into them too. I could see how they can afford to just be billed and stuff because they doctors, they got the money. Is Dr. Heavenly a dentist, is my thing.
Yeah, she's a
dentist, but I will say this about Dr. Heavenly's practice. She doesn't work that much out of the week. She only works 3 days out the week.
And she probably don't have to.
She don't have to work. She really don't because she's booked. Like Heavenly is booked.
Dental work.
Book something with Heavenly.
Yes, and all these people running around here looking like horses. I know she booked.
Yeah, I was like, for anybody who ever wants to come for a dentist talking about they're not a real doctor, let me tell you something. They are. And I'm really, really like, I really don't want to play with these people because I gotta have an oral surgeon to get my wisdom teeth out because the roots are curved, and they won't just pull them. Ooh. Like I was like, y'all could have pulled them, but they was like, no, because the roots are curved. I was like, you know what?
Listen, ranting. I had all 4 of my wisdom teeth pulled at once,
and I was like, I want all 4 gone too, but they was like, no, you gotta have surgery because like.
But at least they saw that your roots was curved in the beginning. Like when I went to go have mine pulled, because mine got chipped off. It got chipped real bad low, so they had to pull it because it was giving me some discomfort. So they was like, well, we're gonna do 2. We're gonna do 1 on this side and 1 on this side just to get rid of, because the other one's gonna be the same basically. So get rid of it now before it causes you problems. When that man. It was a Jamaican doctor. I still got the rest of my wisdom teeth in my mouth now because of this doctor. Ooh. He was kneeling on, like I'm in the chair, lay down. He got on top of me and he was on me like this and trying to get, because my roots was curved, and he was digging, trying to pull.
He was on top of you? He was on top of you?
He was starting off on the side of me. I'm laid back, He started off on the side. So I'm like, ah. I'm like, ah. So he's like, no, mom, you hear the pressure. It's no pain. It's just pressure. So I'm like, no, it's pain. So I'm like, you know, and he's kneeling, like he got on top of me, kneeling, trying to pull. And so I just heard it pulling that thing out. And when he finally got in, I'm like, I'm in pain. He was like, no, mom, it's pressure. You just feel a lot of pressure. So I'm like, no, it's pain. He pulls it out. He finally pulls out. The root was dumb, long, and curved. So he said, oh, no, this is why the problem. This is why it took so rough time to come out. And I saw the root on it was like this long. And so he said, now me ready for the next one. I was like,
No.
Not today, sir.
No.
I took my little gauze, stuffed that shit in my hole. Like, you don't even got to do it. I'm doing it myself. Rinse? No, I'll rinse when I get home. I got Listerine. I gotta go.
Mace, he treated you like a mama when she, you know, she flight ironing your hair and
I
she burned you.
I ran out of there. I did not go back. I did not look back. Thank God my other ones didn't bother me.
You always having traumatic experiences.
Yes.
I'm trying to understand. You always having the worst.
I lived a long time. Like I said, I would.
Oh no, never again. He treated you like a black mama when you know
when that tooth came out. I ran out of that dentist. He was like, "You got one more." I was like, "No, I'll be back." I never went back.
I had all 4 taken out at once. It was very painful, but I got it all done at once.
Yeah, but
it was painful though.
Yeah, he treated you like a black mama who is pressing your hair for Easter Sunday,
right? Because he burned you. Yeah, I mean, I'm like, sir, why is your knees in my chest? Like your knees is in my rib cage. Like he was.
Heavenly, I'm sorry. I'm sick of the veneers that are bigger than your mouth. Like
everybody out here looking like this.
Close your mouth.
Man, they got iPhone chargers in their mouth, and I want them to stop. The iPhones are getting smaller. The iPhone chargers are getting smaller. Stop it. But if Heavenly can make her money off these dumb new people with the new money,
and my thing is like, how you get new teeth with old gums?
I don't know.
They take some of the gums out.
I'm saying no because I be seeing people with them, and then technically your teeth should be no whiter than the whites of your eyes. Your teeth and the whites of your eyes are supposed to match. But people teeth like your eyes, you look like you got jaundice. Like your eyes is you like a cat, and and your teeth is like so white and huge. But your eyeballs, you look like a damn cat.
They got iPhone chargers in their mouth. Let's move on from
if you're gonna get new teeth, please get new gums.
Yeah,
because I'm seeing people with these gums looking. Your gums look infected.
Let's talk about Anila and letting cows boo boo in her house and everything. Let's talk
about hold on. Okay, I'm finished with Toya because girl, you basically ain't got enough money to make your lifestyle work. And I'm just saying you should have got with Anila because Anila got all her furniture for free. Okay, she got it for the low, the cheap, for free. We likes free. I mean, I can't really, hate on their traditions because it's their traditions and it's their culture. I don't understand it because it's not my culture. Would I have been there for, the party because it looked fun? I went to school because I'm from the Midwest, so we have a lot of people flock. I'm from Kansas City, Kansas, so we have a lot of people flock here. So there's more than just black and white people here. You got different Latinx people. You got people from Nepal, went to school with Nigerian people. It's just a lot of people here. So you maybe get a piece of their culture, but you don't get the whole thing. And then when I went to a PWI, I was like, man, my high school was more diverse than this. But, that was her culture. I mean, wouldn't be me. I ain't gonna have a whole calendar.
Isn't this like the third ritual that we've seen on the show? Like, this is like the third, celebration of color and cows and.
I mean, if I think about it, I don't know if they Priyanka Chopra and Nick Jonas, how their whole wedding situation was set up. That wedding was about 5 days long. Mm-hmm. And that was just the wedding over there. Then they had to have the regular Christian ceremony for, over here. So I was like, they like to party. They like to celebrate their culture. I'm not going to judge. I like the...
But I just don't like Anila. I don't like Anila.
Okay, you just don't like her.
I would just say...
Like her and her free furniture.
Let me just go to say it. I don't like Anila. I don't feel like she fits. I feel like she's trying to fit in with the girls.
That costume with Contessa had on was horrible.
I feel like she's trying to imitate blackness and trying to make herself...
That's what it was. It was a Cleopatra costume.
Yeah, Contessa.
Let's talk about that Contessa. Contessa did show up with a Party City Egyptian outfit.
Contessa, Miss Girl, because I'm gonna get into you and how I could be your alibi if you ever want to play grip ball with that man. Why did you have on a Cleopatra outfit? I was looking at everybody else in their saris, and I was like, everybody else look good. Everybody looks okay for the theme of the party, and they own theme. They got the right clothes. I think it was Eugene who said, I got it. I got everything else right except for these shoes. I messed
Eugene
up
looked
on the
okay.
shoes.
Eugene was
Yeah,
okay.
Eugene looked okay. He was like, when he was talking to Anila's husband, he was like, I got everything except for the shoes. But you see this, I put it together. Contessa, what the hell was you wearing? Why was you looking like Cleopatra and not the good Cleopatra, not the, Lena Horne Cleopatra? You was looking like the cheap 99-cent store Cleopatra down to the middle school Halloween party.
She got
Contessa,
that off Amazon because I think I got that.
Contessa, do
Don't do
better.
Amazon because Amazon is my new best friend.
But I think I got that costume from Amazon because I think
Contessa,
2 years ago I was Cleopatra.
Contessa, do better. Contessa, I don't like your husband so far. Like I said in the comments, whether like Heavenly said it on her YouTube channel because she was asked, but it was just like she's also like she's doing the same thing as Candy with the speak on it. The only difference is it's not like better production, and Candy kind of knows how to throw the shade without throwing people who she's really friends with under the bus. That's the difference in the situation. But whether she was asked on the YouTube channel, whether she talked about it on the show, or whether she said something to Contessa in private, not without cameras around, nothing around, just one-on-one with the two of them, Contessa still would have had a problem because you're speaking on a situation that she does not want to get into, and she feels like somebody shouldn't be talking about, even though you've shared it with all of us. I said it before and I'll say it again. I've said it in the comments, I'll say it on YouTube channels, I'll say it in real life. I don't get in the middle of domestic disputes because that's how people get shot, stabbed, cussed out, ran over, and even more because you feel some type of way about me speaking on something that you brought me into because I'm sitting here and you asking me questions. Contessa, get away from that man before it's too late. I'm gonna just say that. Get away from him before it's too late. We are now in 2022 and people are starting to recognize that things that are done in marriages and relationships between family members, some of it is very much abuse, and it's just now becoming okay, I recognize these things, let me figure out how to get away. If Keyshawn down the P Valley ain't something you could look at to say, yeah,
I
I don't
don't know
want
if Keisha is an example because she's been getting beat for a
I
long
don't
time.
even think we gotta call Scott name no more. Scott name is not even Scott no more. His name is
okay.
We're gonna call him this for now.
yeah.
Okay.
You know who we're talking about.
But I don't think he's been that he hasn't been that physically overpowering
He
over
hasn't
Contessa.
been that like physical. I know that, but it's just like hearing because I was watching Bondi is like how I kind of got into the show, and then when they said they were coming back, I was like, okay, I'll watch it. But hearing like what they were talking about at the reunion and how he got upset, and then just now I was like, at some point that mental and emotional will turn to physical. But we don't know what goes on behind closed doors in their
But
houses.
Randy, I want you to watch it for yourself. If you have not watched Married to Medicine, try to watch it from the beginning. So
I'm gonna go back because I remember the whole
a full
Mariah.
scope.
I
Yeah.
remember the whole Mariah situation with the, she brought and then the contracts, and I was like, you really should have had you an entertainment lawyer for that whole situation. But it's just like we don't know when it comes to reality shows. We don't know what goes on behind closed doors when the cameras are down and there's nobody else around but the people who are in that relationship and in that home. Especially if it's a show that does not film 365. Because some shows do film 365 and will pick up a lot of this stuff and then get left on the editing room floor.
Like he's done this several times, even when they was on vacation and they was at that dinner table. Remember, he made her get up and leave. When they was at the dinner table talking, all the couples was there.
She voluntarily left.
He told her. He got up.
He asked her to get up, and she got up.
Yeah, he asked, but
she was being a submissive woman in that moment. She was being submissive, and was like, "I'm gonna do what my husband said."
I
being
think
so
it
scared.
says a lot that
It was
people
so
say
scared.
that he is the reason. Like he, I don't know if he convinced her or forced her, but he is the reason why she ultimately decided to leave. What was it, the Navy?
Mariah did get a
Yeah.
payoff. She did get a payoff. She was
Okay, good.
free.
She got her coin because
She got paid off. She did. We
um,
recently reported on that. We don't know how much she got because they never disclosed
it
her.
was
Because
it
she
was
got her
probably
money around the time Monique got hers,
Yeah, but
it
she
was
got her
probably a
money.
hush
She
hush.
did get her money. She
Yeah,
she got something.
it was probably a hush hush situation. Dr. David and Heavenly, and if anybody wants Dr. Damon, and a lot of people say nobody wants that man but Heavenly. Let me just say this. That may be true. But then you also have to look at the scope of the things with these new people out here. Me, I'm not included in this because I don't get in the middle of nobody's relationships because I respect the sanctity of y'all's partnership or marriage relationship, even when you don't. Most people don't. And if the man seemed like he got money and he may want to trick off on you, not saying that's what Dr. Damon gives, but if that's what you think you can get out of that man, oh, somebody gonna try to slide in Dr. Damon's DMs. Somebody gonna try to slide next to that man at the hospital, down to the restaurant, or wherever else he gonna be in public without Dr. Heavenly. Just because you don't find that man attractive does not mean somebody out there other than Heavenly like does. Because I have to tell my friends, I was like, when we talk about, the people we find attractive or the people we want to date, I was like, no, let me preface this. What you think is cute, what you define as attractive is not what I think is cute and defined as attractive. And the things that you find attractive about people is not the same things I find attractive about people. And that's what y'all have to like think about in these situations. Just because you don't find that man attractive and you don't find different things about him attractive does not mean anybody else in the world other than Dr. Heavenly like finds that man attractive.
I agree. I
And
agree.
if
I
somebody
agree.
wants to steal your man and he wants to be stolen, then he could get stolen. But I don't
Right.
think Dr. Damon wants to be
But
stolen
not
because he
if he
love
wants
that
to be
lady.
stolen, but if she's offering something that he or she is offering something that they're not getting,
Then
then
they
they
could be
might choose it.
stolen. Then they could be stolen. Me, I don't see the point of cheating, but y'all go off, I guess. If he want to be stolen, he'll get stolen. Carrie
Some people
told
just like the attention. Like they want
yeah.
that attention. And I like with Jackie's husband. Like you look at Curtis and be like, Curtis, please. You know what I'm saying? But somebody was down there to the thing, and it could have been just because he was Dr. Jackie's husband. Like a lot of
He ain't rich. He just a high school coach.
because he's Dr.
But
Jackie's
he's
husband.
her husband. And a lot of people feel like, well, you're her husband or, you're his
Affiliated with
If
wife.
him.
they was to get a
There must
divorce
be
and she was to
something.
get what's hers and he was gonna get what's his, he not gonna have enough to take care of your child.
But that's the thing. It's just like, oh, just because you're with this person, then people from the outside looking in be like, well, that you must have something or you must be doing something in order to bring these people in. Do you know how many men have said that? Oh, it's wait. Do you know how many men have said that? I don't. I don't know. If
But yeah,
somebody if somebody wanted Curtis, Eugene, Anila's husband, I don't know that man's name. I don't know him like that.
Yeah, what is
Um,
his name?
Dr. Damon,
We're gonna
or
just call him
anybody,
Doctor.
Scott. If somebody wanted them and they was giving off that energy of you can come take me from my
Mm-hmm.
home, then they will get taken and they can get stolen. Carrie, whatever your name is, that palm colored lady, that dandruff demon,
Not Dandruff Demon. I'm done.
the Mayo monster, I don't like her energy. Something about her, it's in the face. I don't like it. She give me
Maybe
bad
it's the
energy.
Botox.
Man, let me tell you something. These people, I'm gonna tell y'all now. If y'all don't know, here you go. Let me learn y'all something. There are things in life that you cannot fight. Okay, no matter how much you try to fight it. That's aging, that's time, and that's death. Because all three of them gonna catch up to you eventually. And when you try to fight
Yeah,
aging,
that's a fact.
and when you try to fight aging, and you are a person who, ages like milk and it shows on your face, stop doing that, okay? Just try to age as gracefully as you can. I mean, not a lot of y'all age gracefully, but I know a few palm colored women who have, i.e.,
Suzanne Summers is one of them. Christy Brinkley, Suzanne
Mariska
Summers.
Hargitay, aka Olivia Benson.
Mm-hmm.
She
Olivia looked good.
She has looked the same since the 80s. Medical Mistress, that could be a show on Zeus.
They saying that that's quiet this season because they are gonna accuse her of being out in the streets and sleeping with everybody. But
she's single.
She's single, so I don't know how is that a storyline, but that's gonna be a storyline.
It's because she's a single woman around married women, and every time it's a theme across the shows as well. When you have a single woman or multiple single women around married women, it's a fear of, oh my God, they're either going to convince my wife, especially if you are doing something that, caused that lady to divorce her husband, y'all doing the same thing. She's going to convince my wife to leave me, or she's going to try to, get my wife into this single woman lifestyle, and she's going to be out here too. Once again, your wife, your husband, your partners, your theys, your thems.
I believe Carrie called Quad a medical mistress, if I'm not mistaken.
Carrie, your face.
Yeah, she called Quad a
medical mistress.
Carrie, your face should not be talking. Get off our screens.
Yeah, Carrie shouldn't be talking about anybody.
You and your Botox.
I do Carrie over Anila.
And that Botox is not working, okay? I can't wait to see Jen Shaw's face when the Botox fillers. She gonna look a mess. Because she can't get a little boop boop under the eye or in the forehead. Carrie,
she gonna just melt.
Carrie, get out of my face because your face is melting. Calling Quad a medical mistress. Let's be clear. She's single. She can do whatever the hell she wants. I say it's very commendable because you don't see a lot of people do this. And then when you do see them do this, they like to throw the kids out the house and send them down to the sister who got 4 toddlers of her own. Yeah. Shout out to Quad being a Monty to her brother who passed away, son, taking on that responsibility. Most people won't do that. Or when they do it, you end up like Marlo, who, I cussed you out yesterday. I cuss you out tomorrow too. And I keep cussing you out until the cows come home. And I
cuss out tomorrow because we're gonna be back on here tomorrow to talk about Marho and her kicking out her.
I need to find that cereal that Quad had though, because what is that new flavor of Fruit Loops? I never saw that box before.
But they saying you shouldn't eat cereal now because it's full of carcinogens. That's what they're saying.
What? What's carcinogen?
That's what they saying. Fruit Loops, all of that. That's what they saying.
I mean, well, Fruit Loops have been banned in different countries. I was like, I've been off Fruit Loops. I'm more of a Cheerio.
I don't eat. I'm a Fruity Pebbles girl myself. Like
I haven't heard nothing about Fruity Pebbles, but a lot of those cereals that we eat and a lot of foods that we eat in America have a lot of
red dye 40 is like one of the things.
Yeah.
There's like different stuff, but it's just like you have to.
And it triggers that red dye too triggers asthma. Like people that have asthma shouldn't eat because it triggers asthma.
You have to at this point, y'all just got to start growing and making your own stuff because the prices of food is going up. So you might as well go ahead and get you a little business making your own stuff. And
go to the farmers market and get it directly from the farmers.
Farmers market,
because all this processed stuff is not good for you. And I'm just speaking a little knowledge for y'all.
Yeah, I understand. I was like, I get it because it's just like I'd be really on it with like the food, and then especially like with hair products and different stuff like that. I'm like making sure there's no DMDM hydration in anything I'm using because that make a bitch hair fall out. And I was like, I got a lumpy head. I can feel it. I can't have my hair falling out. It will not look good. And it's just like wigs be itchy sometimes. Like I love a good wig, but you can't be in the heat. It's a lot.
But to sum it up, do you have anything else you want to say about this?
Especially when it's heavy, like Contessa's,
or about this season, like the first episode or past episodes? What do you feel so far?
Let's run it down. Contessa, I want you to take off Fantasia's 27-piece shortcut out of that bang. I want you to give Fantasia back her shortcut and get out of my face with that 1980s hairstyle. Okay, I'm sick of that. You and Scott, I don't see it lasting. I hope you got a plan set so you can leave. Here she come with the 27-piece Fantasia shortcut in the bang. That is
She is
exactly
giving
what
me
she needs.
life size. Tyra Banks.
Yes. Contessa, if you need an alibi, I'll be it because I don't like Scott. No way.
His name is not Scott.
Okay. Eat the cake anime is basically what I'm gonna call that man. Heavenly, Dr. Damon, y'all are a match made for each other, and let's be clear, as we can see this season progressing, it's gonna be a Heavenly ain't-ish, season, and we just gonna let the chips fall where they may.
Heavily ain't been ish. So
Anila, teach me your ways, because even though Shady don't like you, I want to know how you got to furnish your entire house for free, making your husband so happy that you ain't spent not a dime of his money. He was so happy. He was like, I'm just so happy. Like, I ain't have to pay nothing. He is tired, and we're going to finish this. Carrie, your Botox, your melting face, that dandruff demon you like to call yourself, you palm-colored, rat-faced lady.
See,
I want you off my screen. I don't like you. I don't like you. Your face does something to my spirit. It does nothing. It don't sit right with me. And Toya, stop living above your means, because girl, you gonna go broke. You gonna make Eugene go broke, and then he gonna try to off you for the insurance money.
Right.
Exactly. I want to thank you.
Hope, Eugene, if you're watching, it's not saying you got to do it, but I hope you got insurance on her, because.
Oh my God, why did you say that? I just saw her paralyzed in a tub. You know how to inject them with the thing where you can't move?
Oh
so you're in the tub and you see her eyeballs.
Y'all wish y'all don't put abuse on people and paralysis. Lord have mercy.
Mace put paralysis on people. I just said
y'all put paralysis.
But you know he's a doctor. He got access to those.
Little do you know I am.
But I'm just like, you better have, that's the thing. You know what? Insurance is the word for all the shows. And I mean reality and scripted, because a lot of y'all should have insurance on your partners, because they ain't worth it.
Right, because I told my husband next time I catch him down to the DM with a prostitute, his insurance is about to get activated real quick and fast.
But I do feel like Married to Medicine is more authentic. It has been more authentic than Housewives of Atlanta.
I like it. It's a show that I may not review it, but I will be watching it on Sunday.
Yeah, I think it's a good show to watch, especially if you watch Housewives of Atlanta. This is, to me, it's better, in my opinion.
Just from like the first episode I was like, I like this a whole lot better than the Real Housewives at the moment, because I cussed the whole. I didn't have to cut. Well, I don't review it, but I was like, I wasn't cussing people out on the screen or on a review. I didn't have to tell about 4 people to hit the unemployment line. I'm only telling Carrie and her Botox to hit the unemployment line, because her face does something to my spirit.
This is real.
I'm gonna just say it, and then I'm gonna leave.
I like Miss Carrie.
I
do like Miss Carrie. I think she's funny. I think Miss Carrie is funny.
I would just say it, and then I'm gonna
know how to hang.
Because I can't wait for tomorrow. Drunk Kenya.
Yes, that's.
We're gonna have to talk about Drunk Kenya.
Right, we're gonna get into Drunk Kenya tomorrow. I am living.
About Lil Kim, aka Lisa Wu, aka Mulan. We're gonna have to talk about that tomorrow, because
Shady about to fall asleep.
Yeah, you need sleep.
That the people are saying I'm tired.
Right, and I gotta go get. I'm about to go get fondled tomorrow. I gotta go back to therapy. I get excited every time I go to therapy. I be like, ooh, I be getting in the bathtub before I go. Making myself smell good, get moisturized. Fondled, yeah, because the way they be rubbing me down, I'm telling you, it's like a date. I be getting prepared. I was like, where you like? I be getting my perfume, put my hand in the bun, like chiropractor. Yeah, let me put my hand in the bun, make sure they got access to my neck.
Therapy. I don't think your therapist is supposed to be fondling you.
No, yeah, therapy. I'm going to physical therapy. Oh my God, they rub.
Unless you're going to see Bolo, and that's the kind of physical therapy.
No, I think they use some Bengay or some type of Bengay and stuff, but they rub me.
Mind you, I'm watching All the Queen's Men. I just got into that, and
it's good. I like it.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, I like it.
Like it. I was like, some of y'all acting could be better, but Eva is on the money with playing the madam.
Yeah, but she's like playing the gangster. She's like, what?
So do y'all see Eva doing like Power? Is she that good?
She could do. I wouldn't say.
I think she could. She could pull it off. I think she could.
She could pull it off. I wouldn't say she would be like one of the main characters, but they could bring her in as like a, you know how Lobos was.
Like bring her in and then kill her off like within a season or two. Like,
well, not kill her off in like a season, but
she could come through like as a drug, like a drug distributor.
Like she could run like a certain drug lord.
Yeah, she could be like one of those. I was like, Eva, surprisingly, your acting is top tier, and this is coming from like when she did that that movie with Anthony Mackie and Wesley Jonathan. I was like, girl, that was not it.
Yeah, she's been practicing.
She's been acting for a while because she was doing Tyler Perry Meet the Pains for
House of Pain.
And she was the House of Pains, and she was the best actor on there. And
yeah, she was really good on House of Pain. And then that was around the time her and Lance was engaged, but then they broke up and everything. And
but you know who can't act on it, who's getting on my nerves on it is her partner, the lesbian lady. Blue get on my nerves too, because Blue's acting too gangster.
I like Blue. Okay?
Blue just sitting there, her arm folded, walking around like,
But that's how
I have to watch the show. I haven't seen it yet.
Blue just be giving me too much gangster.
But I like Blue because she told the little short fat man, I'm telling you now, you've been asked to leave so many times, okay? And
do they show anything on the show?
Yes. Full frontal male nudity. I'm here for it all. Full frontal. Objectify these.
I sit right in front of my TV. I watch that thing straight through. One day I watched the whole season.
Not on BET, y'all.
I was watching on BET Plus on my Prime.
It's on BET Plus. The new season is gonna be out on the 14th. So now I'm trying to watch it all over again because I keep falling asleep to it. All the Queen's Men, you gotta go watch your Prosperity Thick Girl 40. Y'all gonna like it.
It's on BT Plus.
It's on BT Plus. I got me a free trial. I'm gonna watch the whole second season, and then me and this free trial gonna break up, okay? But it's so good. And then you got Bolo on there.
Is it better than P Valley?
No.
It's good for what it's what it is.
Yeah,
like what it is.
It's good for what it is. P Valley.
Yeah, for what it is real. It's good. And that other show too, the Cartel, something.
What does that mean though?
It's like how like some shows look soap opera-y, like it's set up like a Tyler Perry. It's Tyler Perry producing it.
Christian Keys, and it's based off Christian Keys' book. So you know who Christian Keys is. He that nice, fine, light-skinned man with the cross tattoo on his left titty.
Because he look good. I like me some Christian Keys.
It's based off a book he wrote. He's a producer on the
show.
You
know who? Q kind of looks like him.
I don't know what Q looks like because I haven't seen Q face. I just see the letter Q.
He kind of the Christian Keys guy, like very handsome.
Yeah, Christian Keys executive produces it. It's shot on Tyler Perry's.
I like the way he talks. Like I never heard him. Like I used to hear him act, but when I saw him like be himself and like talk and conduct an interview, oh my god, I was like, ooh.
It's shot on Tyler Perry Studios because y'all know that's you come down there, the cast and crew can live. No, it's not given like the Have and Have Nots because the Have and Have Nots is more of a Tyler Perry thing where they stuck on the same day talking about the same
and they
thing.
Keep saying okay, like is that in the script? Okay,
basically get out. I'm getting out. Leave. I'm leaving. You need to leave. Well, I said I'm leaving.
Okay.
But that's how Tyler Perry writes his shows. So that's why I stopped watching Tyler Perry stuff. So is this the Tyler Perry movie show?
No,
but it's just giving soap opera. It's like I guess the lens that they use is like soap opera-ish.
It gives soap opera, which
is it realistic? Is it something that's gonna catch my interest?
It probably would. You'll be like, what? Yeah, that's how I was looking like, what?
Because a lot of BET shows be so black, it'd be unrealistic.
Especially Mace with the daddy. I was like, I gotta
and with the sister, they done went around there and gave the girl from the Players Club, Crystal, I forgot her name, Crystal, such and such. They gave her a job. The one from Ronnie from the Players Club.
Yeah.
Ronnie from the Players Club is playing Eva's sister.
Yeah. And they going
back. I love Ronnie. Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
And they going
they're not getting along.
They're not getting along. It's over to Daddy.
I think Ronnie is the one that got it together. Like on this show, she's the one the sister that got it together. And then Eva is the one that's doing all the dirt.
Yeah, she don't really have it together so much.
She don't really have it together.
But
Ronnie, okay. I haven't seen it yet.
But you gotta watch it. It's a pretty good show, and The concept of it is pretty good.
I say full frontal
Why
male
Q
nudity.
not
I'm here for
showing
it.
your face on the YouTube? You just got the letter up.
We didn't mean to. I didn't mean to get them started on anything. But Shady, you gotta watch it because the new season is
I
coming
will
out on the
watch it.
14th.
Okay. I have
Yeah,
a lot of
it's on Prime. If you go on Prime, with the
Amazon. It's on Amazon Prime.
Yeah, if you do, I was hoping they had it on Paramount Plus, but they don't. But if you do like a BET Plus, like if you add it to your Prime,
I have
it's
it.
on
You
there.
can see it up. It'll come up there. You can see it.
Yeah.
I have it. It's really good. It kept me entertained like for a whole day. I couldn't turn away from it. Like I started watching it because
I'll take your word for it.
This is my third time rewatching it, and I don't do that for shows. You only get one rewatch out of me, and then I'm done with you until the next season.
I was just messing with you, Q. I was just messing with you.
But you're gonna like it. It's not giving Tyler Perry at all, but you can recognize the Tyler Perry set. And then it's just
You'll
like,
recognize the set.
Yeah, that's what I act like, because I don't know if it's the background,
it's the Tyler Perry Studios. So you recognize it's Tyler Perry Studios. But I'm gonna just say this: Miss Patty and Babyface, a hot ass mess.
Yes.
I'm gonna have to see what y'all talking about.
You gotta go watch it.
Thank you, Ranter, for coming on here and discussing with us. And I hope to see you tomorrow. We're gonna be reviewing Atlanta.
I'll be back tomorrow because Marlo, you're getting cussed out again. And if
Marlo's going to get it.
And if I ever meet you, you're going to get cussed out again.
Give it to her tomorrow. We're gonna.
She make me itch. She making my eczema act up. Let me go lotion my skin up, okay? I'll see y'all tomorrow.
We'll see you tomorrow. Thank you for coming on here.
Thank you.
Thank y'all.
And once again, I want to give a shout out to everybody who's joined us in the chat. We had a nice little laugh. I laughed with y'all. I got tipsy with y'all. I appreciate y'all. I really do. So I want to give a shout out to everyone who was here. If I miss you, if I say it wrong, I don't mean it on purpose. But shout out to Ranting and Thick Girl for coming on the live with us. I do want to invite everyone else. If you don't have to show your face if you don't want to, but feel comfortable to come on here. Y'all hear every time we go live. So I want to say hey to Q, Natasha. Who else was here? Ray All Day was here. Kimmy Nicole, who was the first one here. House of Princess was here. Maybelline.
Yes, Jay Rucker was here.
Busy B, who just subscribed. Thank you for subscribing to our channel. Just simply, faith is the substance.
Joyce was here.
I will look for you on Instagram. You said you wanted to do something in DM. So is your name the same on IG? Because I'm going to look for it. Pacino Rules. I got the name right, y'all. Jamie. Who else? Am I missing anybody? Cheryl was in here. Thick Girl, if I didn't say Thick Girl was in here, y'all go get them cups.
Yes, because I got mine. I got to do a commercial tomorrow for her. We're going to do a little improv commercial.
You got to show off your cup. You got to be drinking it. You got to be drinking that.
Yeah, I want to show up. I want to get a nice little setup for the cup. Get something to pour in it good.
So we're going to do a cocktail tomorrow. So
yes,
you have something in there.
Yeah, I'm going to need a cocktail to curse out Marlo. Like, she just drove me to,
She's going to get it tomorrow. You can't be a part-time storyline holder for these kids. Exploit them for their storyline.
And then kick them out.
But we're just going Marlo is just trash. And if y'all, didn't know it before this season, I hope you do. But I want to thank everybody for joining us on our first episode of the Married to Medicine review. I think it was a good show. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Mace, do you have anything to say before we close?
No, just I enjoyed myself, had a good time per usual. I want to thank everybody for coming to, hang out with us. And please come check us out tomorrow and follow us on our social medias, Shadier Room, and I'm Mace_Moreau on Instagram. And I'm turning hoes into housewives on Mace_Cooks.
Yes, you is. And please teach me how to cook that tilapia with the lemon and all that stuff you had on it.
Yeah, I want to make some. I want to get some seasonings out. I want to sell some seasonings. I want to, because I make my special rub for everything. I have, special rub for the fish, for the chicken, pork. So I think
that's a good idea.
For me to venture
out. Very
out.
good idea. I think you could probably start your own cooking channel if you want to, like do your own cooking. Like,
yeah, because I want to do a little some. That's why I want to put up there a lot of cooking, a lot of how to, because I make everything from scratch.
Mm-hmm. I can see that for you. I can definitely see that, and I will be there to support.
Yeah, because we're gonna have MAGA. I support MAGA, and if you don't know what MAGA is to make aprons great again.
Okay, make aprons great.
Make aprons great.
We're gonna change. We're gonna find you something else to change it to, because
that's the only MAGA that I support. Making aprons great again.
We don't like that. We don't.
But the women need to get in the kitchen, and we need to start cooking again. Stop going out so much. Stop ordering out. We got to start cooking a little something, even if it's not all the time. It's just fun to experience it sometimes.
Be appreciative and submissive, Toya. So. Thank you, everybody, for coming to the chat. We will see y'all tomorrow, 8:30-ish on YouTube. Y'all be safe. She is Mace Monroe. I am Shady B, and this has been another episode of Let's Get Into It. I appreciate all y'all. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. Y'all have a good one.